Yeah.
The composer, we need to know his middle name.
Yeah.
215-263-WMMR. It's Jamie who's going to go for it. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Sebastian.
Sebastian is correct. Yes, you got it. Yep. Johann Sebastian, or as a lot of times they just call him J.S. Bach, is celebrating not his birthday today because he's dead.
It really brings the room down.
But we are going to give you a 4-pack of tickets for the Philadelphia Wings game versus the Albany Firewolves this Saturday, February 4th at Wells Fargo Center. You can be there for Lacrosse for All, a celebration of the history and diversity of the game. Get your tickets now at wingslax.com. All right, so over the weekend, stars such as Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, and Oprah Winfrey all attended Anastasia Soar's 25th anniversary party for her beauty brand, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Of course.
And since Oprah's 69th birthday took place on Sunday, the talk show host was presented with a 2-tier birthday cake at the event, and she ate all of it.
Every bit of that cake. Pull her away!
Kim shared snapshots of Oprah smiling beside the cake to Instagram on Sunday. Happy birthday, Oprah, she wrote. And Sharon Stone said it best last night, toasting you that you mean the world to the world. Happy birthday. Jennifer Lopez took to Instagram on Sunday to share photos from the event as well. Priyanka Chopra, who attended the party, wrote in her Instagram stories, happiest birthday, beautiful icon. You are joy.
Slay girl.
So, yes, she turned 60.
That's awesome. Is she still doing this stuff with Weight Watchers? Wasn't she the big spokesman? Do they allow you to eat a 2-tier cake by yourself?
I haven't seen any ads from Oprah on that in a long time.
I wonder if that's on the app.
Yeah, not sure. Jay Leno got a few negative comments for a joke he made on Twitter Friday about Jeremy Renner. The late night, and it's harmless.
Yeah.
The late night talk show host broke multiple bones in a motorcycle accident on January 17th, just months after he suffered the 3rd-degree burns in a garage fire. And the joke was, I was riding my motorcycle up in Lake Tahoe, and I came around the corner, and bam, crashed into Jeremy Renner's snowplow. And, you know, a couple of people took exception with it, but it was no big deal.
The worst
really.
you can say is it's not a very good joke.
It's not very funny. That's the bottom line.
It's a strange joke.
It was kind of stupid.
Driving on the corner, and Jeremy ran his snowplow.
But
waiting for the laugh.
appreciate people getting offended on behalf of Jeremy.
Right. Yeah, let Jeremy get offended by it.
You guys can go F yourself.
So before Stephen Twitch Boss passed away last year, the Ellen DeGeneres show star posed for an ad campaign promoting a collaboration between Gap and the Brooklyn Circus. On Monday, his wife, Allison, said in a statement, "We pay tribute to Stephen's life by sharing these images in homage of the joy and light he brought to everyone around him." And a press release for the ad campaign reads, the Brooklyn Circus and Gap sharing the heartbreaking loss of our beloved icon, Stephen Twitch Boss, who was a longtime supporter of the BKC community. And that Allison had added, when Stephen and I first saw his images from the campaign, it brought tears to our eyes. He was so moved by how it captured his true essence, and he was excited for the world to see them. Gap also announced that they will be donating to the Vibrant Emotional Health Fund in Boss's honor. The organization offers free emotional support to those in need. We were bummed out to hear this last night. Cindy Williams, best known as the role as Shirley Feeney in Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, passed away. She was 75 years old. We had her in here last year. She was just the sweetest thing.
Awesome.
I loved
Didi
her.
Khan.
Oh,
and they
man.
were wonderful, both of them. Could have spent, a whole a segment interviewing either one of them. But I've always been a massive fan of the pairing of her and, Laverne and Shirley, Penny Marshall.
Yeah.
The comedic stuff, the physical comedy. And I told her this, got the chance to tell her. I was a little nervous because I was such a fan. But she could not have been sweeter.
Yeah. So her death was announced yesterday on her official website. She died peacefully at her Los Angeles home on January 25th after a short illness. Her two children, Zach and Emily, said the passing of our kind, hilarious mother, Cindy Williams, has brought us insurmountable sadness that could never truly be expressed. So I don't know what she was ill from, but something came along suddenly.
A brief illness. We
and
do
took
have
her.
a couple of clips if you want to play.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have obviously, she talks about the. You can go with the second clip, which is the talking about the chemistry she had with Penny Marshall on the show.
All right, so wait, hang on. There were clips sent over from when she was here in our studio.
Oh yeah, those are please favor those.
So this is go down to when she punched Ron Howard. Okay, all right. Let's get this. Here we go.
There's so many funny moments surrounding Laverne and Shirley, but your debut on Happy Days, the scene where you punch Ron Howard in the face is just hilarious. It is just a scream.
You know, I just saw Ron recently, and he always brings that up because he's so proud of that for some reason. And we just did it once. I've got that little clip in the show. You'll be happy to know, Preston. Yes.
Excellent. Man. Oh, she said my name. How about going up to the top there, Schlemiel Schlemazel.
Yeah.
And what the origin of that was. Here we go.
Gary shot all the opening credits and the little scenes. It was getting toward evening, and we had to really do something fast. And he said, Penny, teach Cindy that little thing that you did on the way to school. And she said, Schlemiel Schlemazel. She taught it to me. And anyway, we did it twice. He shot it, and that was it.
No way.
So that's how they did the opening, that classic opening of the show. It was a little kids thing that Penny Marshall used to do on the way to school.
Aww.
And they shot it twice.
Twice and nailed it.
And that was the iconic opening. And wow.
So,
man.
What's so amazing, and again, people might want to dismiss Laverne and Shirley, but it was done as the older shows were, as Lucille Ball did years ago, in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
So the physical comedy, which was extensive on Laverne and Shirley, as well as the other stuff, was done live.
It had to come off.
It had to come off.
You had to do it right. It's like a stunt.
Right.
And yeah, they did loads of physical stuff on that show. It was great. Man, one of the things that I love, and this is a little bit long, it's over 2 minutes long. When she was here, she told us a story about an encounter with Jim Morrison.
It's the best.
I love this story.
Excellent. So I want to play this for you because this was really cool. So she was working as she was getting into the world of acting. She was in Los Angeles, and she had to take a waitress gig, which is what a lot of people do. They ended up working as waiters, and she tells this story about being on the Sunset Strip and meeting Jim Morrison.
I worked as a cocktail waitress at the Whiskey A Go-Go on Sunset Boulevard during the 60s, and Jim Morrison was my first customer.
What?
But they had set me up. It was a joke. They had given, on my first night waiting tables, they said, that's your section. I go, the VIP section? Are you kidding me? Mick Jagger sat in that booth. So they said, there's your first customers. And this guy had his back to me, and there were two girls with him, very pretty girls. And I went up and I said, what will you have, to one of the girls? And she said, I'll have a Tom Collins. And the other girl said, I'll have a Tom Collins. And I hadn't seen this guy yet. And I turned to him and I said, and you, sir? And there in this angelic light, this beam from heaven, was Jim Morrison. And I was just like, and he ordered a bottle of Jack at the table. That's what he wanted. And I thought in the back of my head, wait, didn't they tell me during the rules, reading the rules to me that you're not supposed to bring a bottle to the table? But this is Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
So I run over and I put my ticket in, and I'm about to leave, and the bartender, Tony, says, wait, you, new girl, what is this? 2 Tom Collins and a bottle of Jack? And I go, yeah. And he goes, wait, is Morrison in the club? And I said, yes, Jim Morrison is in the club. And he goes, you go back and you tell that so-and-so, he knows perfectly well that I cannot serve him, nor can you, a bottle of Jack at the table. He can have a single or a double, but no bottle of Jack. And I'm thinking, I can't tell Jim Morrison. And so I go back. And I say, I'm very sorry, Mr. Morrison, but I can serve you a double or a single at the table, but no bottle of Jack. And he says to me, is Tony Pindy Bar? And I said, yes. And he said, well, you go back and you tell that so-and-so that I have had a bottle of Jack on the table before, and I demand a bottle of Jack on the table tonight. And I'm thinking, oh, my God. So I go back and forth. This goes back and forth until I'm in tears. And I finally say to him, to Jim Morrison, I say, I'm so sorry. I'll buy you a double. And he takes my hand and asks me my name, and I say, Cindy. And I'm crying. And he says, well, Miss Cindy, just bring me a double. We're just playing with you. And I look around. Oh, my God. And And this had gone on for 10 minutes. In the meantime, these men had ordered zombies, and later on they asked me to light them because it's triple liquor. Anyway.
What a memory, man.
It was fabulous.
Man. What a great story.
I love that whole experience. Man.
I'm so sad that she passed. She was, a little background on her. She was born in Van Nuys, California. She first started acting in high school, majored in theaters, arts at LA City College, and then got roles in some shows, Room 222, Nanny and the Professor, and Love American Style. And then she also appeared in films like American Graffiti, as well as A Conversation in 1974.
The Conversation is Frances Ford Coppola. It's considered, and it is a dramatic performance, and she is sensational in it.
When she was here, and by the way, it was 2019. I couldn't remember. If it was,
I thought it was last year.
No, we had her last year as well on the 22nd of April.
We had her twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had her last year with the guy from, I guess he was the director or the producer for Bucks County Playhouse.
Right.
Okay, so I guess the first time she came in was with Didi Khan then?
Didi Khan, yeah.
All right, and I couldn't, but I remember when she was here, maybe it was the last time, Casey, I can't remember if it was the first or last time. Anyway, when she left, she gave me a hug. And it was just like, that's the kind of person that she was. She was sweet and kind. When she would ask how you were doing, she cared about your response. It wasn't just platitudes. She was just a really kind person.
Well, sad to hear of her passing. Cindy Williams, 75 years old. All right, a couple other things to get to. Cobra Kai fans, the final season is quickly coming up.
They're doing another one?
The man behind Daniel LaRusso has some words for her. Yeah, they have the coming up. Yeah, and in fact, Netflix announced the show is renewed for season 6, and that it will be the last
It's
one.
the final season.
Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought they could have wrapped it up after 5, but that's
Okay.
Doesn't obviously end with the cliffhanger then.
So with the shocking news broke on the internet, Ralph Macchio took to Instagram to share in his own words about the series ending, apart from posting the official announcement. Video featuring a montage of iconic clips from the entire Karate Kid franchise. He also wrote a short message saying, "Here we go, fans," and he captioned it on January 20th, saying, "It's time to finish the fight. The 6th and final season of Cobra Kai is coming soon to Netflix."
Could you imagine you were a kid on that movie? The first movie, and that decades later, you'd be going into season 6 of a show based on what you probably thought was a stepping stone movie. That'll be a little thing. And then this entire career has been hanging on this.
And man, they bring back everybody from all the movies. It is so fun to watch. I had forgotten a lot of these characters from like 2 and 3.
Right.
And they brought them back and made them major characters in the show. It's such a great show.
Do you know who was at one point considered to be a nemesis for him was Kevin James. Kevin James had, because Kevin James is a martial arts guy. And when he was in leaner shape, they were considering him as a nemesis.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't come to fruition. Yeah.
Macchio promised that there's still a lot more to learn from the series. He said, "These guys, John, Josh, and Hayden, who write the show, they're great at having their finger on the pulse of what the fans want." He said, "They are the fans themselves. There's more meat on the bone there, but it's got to be entertaining and organic, and I think there's plenty of places to go every season." Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, will play him in the biopic about the singer's life. Lionsgate is behind the project.
Good choice.
Which is titled Michael, and will be directed by Antoine Fuqua, who shared the news on Instagram. Graham King, a seasoned hand at biopics with the Oscar-winning Queen film Bohemian Rhapsody under his belt, is producing, along with John Branca and John McClane, who are the co-producers of the Michael Jackson estate. John Logan, who penned Gladiator and The Aviator, wrote the script as well.
That McClane can do this after what happened at the Nakatomi Plaza and the fact that he's able to put that behind him is amazing.
I know.
I think this is a good choice. Antoine Fuqua he directed The Equalizers, and there is plans to move Michael Jackson into the next round of Equalizers.
Oh, really?
Which I think would be really incredible.
He's going to take over the role as the Equalizer?
Are you going to look at my Mickey Mouse watch?
30
See
seconds.
that envelope opener over there on the desk? I'll use that to ram that into the guy's head. I'll kick that guy in the balls. I'll give that guy purple nurple because I don't like him.
And it goes through in his mind what he's going to do
Yeah, of
before
course.
the attack.
Yeah. So, according to Lionsgate, the film will address all aspects of Jackson's life, though it is unclear how it will address the many controversies involving the late music icon, given that the biopic is made in conjunction with his estate.
My guess is they're going to gloss over that part.
Yeah, which has defended him against the accusations of sexually abusing children.
No, hey, want to see my butthole?
Wait, what? I'm sorry?
Why would you say that?
Well, because that's out of the picture. Wait, I'm talking from heaven. Let me calm down. Here I am.
I tell you,
Want to see my butthole?
I am perpetually, as with Elvis, I'm perpetually fascinated with Michael Jackson, the whole life, all the movies. I look forward to this. I think, with them in conjunction, Preston, you have to imagine they're going to, unless they go balls out. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but nothing's ever been completely. There's been no convictions of anything.
Yes.
Now I have my beliefs that there was a lot of stuff that seemed very weird.
Yep.
But if you're gonna take it by the record,
Yep.
besides a few settlements, there's nothing that was ever proven in a court of law. So I guess they can lean back on that if they want to.
Katherine Jackson, his mother, said, Jafar embodies my son. It's so wonderful to see him carry on the Jackson legacy of entertainers and performers.
It's like looking in a funhouse mirror.
Jafar, by the way, is the son of Michael's brother, Jermaine.
And there's Jeffrey and Sally, Cindy, and Robert Reed.
And a budding singer who released his debut single, Got Me Singing, in 2019.
Anybody want a cardboard sandwich?
How old is he? Was he born after Aladdin came out? Like, did they really name him after the bad guy from Aladdin?
All of his kids are just something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
So it's just stupid.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. He's young, you know, so I'm not really sure.
26 years, kid.
One last story. The Last of Us is an amazing show.
I love it.
Steve and I are just all over the show, and may have had its Stranger Things moment early in the third season of its initial season, and the bump that the Netflix show gave to that song, gave to a song, Kate Bush's classic "Running Up That Hill," which played for quite a long time during a pivotal moment for the characters, was echoed by HBO's new zombie series. The song in The Last of Us was Linda Ronstadt's 1970 hit Long, Long Time, and it was less of a moment and more of a whole episode around the ballad. In fact, the episode is titled after the song, and it remains to be seen whether the emotional episode will do for Ronstadt what Stranger Things did for Kate Bush. It's interesting because I was telling Steve yesterday during the show, I glanced over at my laptop and somebody had sent me a link to a Twitter story, and I went on that, and I saw in the trending section, Linda Ronstadt was trending, and I was like, oh no.
Right.
I thought she died.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was because this song was featured in that episode of The Last of Us, and I hadn't seen the episode yet, so I stopped reading it right then.
Do I know this song?
I watched it last night.
You do.
I really don't. I don't remember. It was her first charting hit.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, see, I didn't, and I know a fair amount of Linda Ronstadt, but this goes way, way back. We have the...
Yeah.
All right, let's play some of this. Here we go. It's a beautiful song. It's gorgeous. Gosh, it was so heart-wrenching and touching. It was amazing.
That we're 3 episodes into the series, and they take a left turn like this.
Yeah.
Everything lines up. It works, but that they would do this in the 3rd episode. You usually see something like this pop up in the 2nd or 3rd season of a series.
Yeah, they really went for the heart on this and hit. It really hit. This was off of her 2nd album, Silk Purse, and Long, Long Time is the first song on the album's B-side, written by Gary White, a Texas artist who Ronstadt duets with on another song on the album Louise. But Long Time was a song Ronstadt allegedly had to persuade her record company to include, and it would end up being her first charting hit for her solo career. But it made a huge resurgence from this yesterday. And if you haven't started watching, if you don't have HBO Plus, I hope you can get it and watch The Last of Us. It's a great show.
They took a peripheral character and built a whole episode around his story, and it was great.
Yeah. All right, so we're ready for clips now. Jo Marie Payton is no stranger to playing characters whose embodiment involves being a nurturing, loving role model. In this clip, she talks about her role as Sugar Mama in the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Here we go.
Well, we deliver so much love, but with the sweetness of sugar. And but you know something, we have a way of maneuvering through life and life circumstances and situations with a little funny and a lot of love,
So the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, Season 2 is out now on Disney+. All right, next. Did I say HBO Plus? It's HBO Max.
I know.
Yes.
I got that right.
Yeah, who knows these days?
Didn't really want to correct you because if you can understand what
I
you
understand. It was very emotional, too. I was getting into it. Pamela Anderson defined a decade and is now trying to redefine herself in Netflix's Love, Pamela. In this clip, she talks about the truth of her sex tape with Tommy Lee. Here we go.
It was two crazily naked people in love. I mean, we were naked all the time and filming each other and being silly, but those tapes were not meant for anybody else to see. And I've not seen it to this day.
I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies.
Love, Pamela is out on Netflix today.
I'm curious to see this. Yes.
All right. There you go. That's it for the entertainment report for this morning. There was so much. I didn't get to all of it.
No.
Did what I could.
But you know how to edit, which is the sign of a top-level journalist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Top level.
All right. Let's take a break. Come back in a second. We got some daybreak that's starting to happen. So we'll join in and get our workday started. Be back in a moment. Hang in there.
Preston and Steve.
On 93.3 WMMR.
After 2 years,
They're on, and Tom Hardy, while making Mad Max Fury Road, is no secret, but
it is.
Did it actually help the film?
I didn't even know this.
According to director George Miller, their less than friendly dynamic played well on screen for their characters. He recently told WSJ Magazine, "I'm not saying that they were seething right through, but the trajectory of the characters can't help but seep into their work. When they first meet each other, they're trying to kill each other. As the two characters come together out of necessity and rather reluctantly, they have to find a degree of trust."
Have you seen it yet?
To some extent, that was the trajectory of their relationship as well. I watched like the first 20 minutes of it, and it wasn't doing anything for me, so I bailed on it.
I mean, it's one extended, race, basically, chase that goes on throughout the whole movie. I think, if anything, if I were Tom Hardy, I'd probably be upset that it's called Mad Max, yet her character, Furiosa, is the main focus of the movie.
Yeah. Charlize explained, from what I hear, he's not like that in every movie or on every movie. I hear he's had such good experiences. Maybe
just some of the movies.
The movie is what it is because we struggled so much with each other.
Why is this movie called Mad Max when you're in it much more than I am?
And those characters had to struggle so much with each other. If we were chum-chum...
If we were chum-chum, things would be num-num. Let's go see Gum-Gum this weekend.
She said... If, where was it? Oh, yeah, Chum-Chum. If we were Chum-Chum...
Wasn't that the monkey on Speed Racer?
That was Chim-Chim.
Oh.
And Spritle. If we were Chum-Chum, maybe the movie...
Chum-Chum.
Would have been 10 times worse.
I don't know. It certainly wasn't hurting for accolades.
It did great. I guess I wasn't in like an action movie mood when I started
and you
watching
better
it.
be, because it's 2 hours of action.
You know what, Press? And because the texture of all the other movies I didn't care for, so I've never seen all the other movies.
Oh, yeah?
None of them.
Watch The Road Warrior.
I've never seen any of them. I just...
See, I pegged you for a Thunderdome kind of guy.
Maybe I should go back and watch it.
That's the worst of the lot.
Worst one, yeah.
But I just thought Casey would like that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, that
Tina Turner.
Well, it also came out at a time I was young and
Young and dumb.
And full of gum.
I knew that was going. Full
Young,
of gum.
dumb, and full of gum.
Chum chum.
Chum
My
chum.
chum chum. I love dumb.
Where's my chum chum? My favorite bubble gum. It'll figure prominently into the New World Order. Everyone, kids in the car, we're going to visit Gum Gum.
Gum Gum is a grandmother, right?
Yeah, it's my mom.
Bane years down the road, living in the suburbs.
Time to go to Shady Hills to visit Gum Gum. Put on your best. We'll get ice cream on the way home.
So I noticed over the week that, obviously things... Oh, yeah, I'm a noticer. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize that. Yes, I did notice this.
Preston Elliott, the noticer.
Is that obviously some of the plants are starting to bloom, the trees are starting to bud, and so forth. And my migraine headaches that I get, I think, are sinus based. And
Are they exacerbated by
not
this?
only me, but several other people on the same days were complaining about headaches and sinus pressure and stuff like that. So I think that whole thing is starting. But and I posted this on Twitter and Instagram that and I didn't call them this, but the what we call the semen trees.
Yes, you probably called them something beginning with C.
J, actually.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So, but anyhow,
not jazz.
Not jazz.
Oh, right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't say that word?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we probably could.
All right.
If you say it in a sexual, it's all over my face way.
Right, exactly, which I didn't. But anyhow.
Wow, that took a turn.
So the trees are blooming. Of course, you can smell them. They smell like...
Yes, they do.
They smell like that
fresh
fluid.
lovemaking.
Well, I mean, it's spring, and springtime flowers bloom.
They do.
With an air of mystery.
Yes.
So anyhow, it got me thinking about these trees. They're the Bradford pear trees, are what they are.
Is that so? Do they actually yield edible pears?
No, they don't.
Okay,
they're just called Bradford pear. I think they have a shape. The way they grow. That's what I think that
Got
it
a lot of
comes from.
spunk to them, you know.
Yes, they have a lot of spunk to them. But anyhow, my wife, while we were talking about this, my wife found an article, and this is out of Missouri, actually, but I'm curious if this is the case around the country. But according to this particular group of people, that they are becoming, the Bradford pears, destructive to our ecosystem.
Oh, no.
So they perpetuate well?
According to this particular person with the Missouri Department of Conservation, he said when the seed develops in a new tree, it's not the same as the parent. It's the old wild type, and unfortunately, that wild type is a very thorny, aggressive, invasive plant.
Okay.
Aside from their smell, the non-native tree poses a risk to the environment, impacting ecosystems.
So the tree shoots the seed all over the place?
Yes, it blows its wad all over the place.
Sometimes on plants that aren't even, it just met.
Yeah. But God, the smell is strong.
Oh my gosh, I was just at the Metroplex yesterday in Plymouth meeting, and they're all over the parking lot, and it just the entire parking lot smells
Just
like that.
brought you back to college.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so hungry. I would say this. After being around our variation of it, we've all have anyone who's engaged in love making has been close to that odor. It's when you have it amplified many thousands of times, it's not that pleasant.
It's like gallons.
Yes.
It's
Peter North.
That's what I wrote in my Twitter post. I'm like, it's like Peter North blew through town.
It's too much.
Gives me a headache.
Does it give you a headache?
Either way, it gives me a headache.
Right. The real thing or the one that occurs
trees.
in nature.
Got to get the procedure I had.
But they're blooming. We have a couple of them in my yard, and you walk in the backyard, and it's like, boom, you were hit by that smell. It's
There
right in
should
the
be
face.
right over your face. It's just like explodes in your face.
Yeah.
The truth is, there should be another plant, another tree that could envelop that tree.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like a rubber tree.
Like a rubber tree or
a vagina tree.
A vagina tree.
Oh,
Is what
okay.
he's saying. You know?
Like a pussy willow or something like that.
Like a pussy willow
okay.
wrapped around.
Yeah.
Or
the pear tree.
Or the
You should do
Bartlett.
that.
What is it? What is the pear tree again?
It's the Bradford pear
The
tree. not
Bradford
the
pear
Bartlett.
tree. Bartlett pear. Bradford pear tree goes inside the pussy willow.
I like that.
And then suppresses the smell.
Well,
Now,
they can
mind
do
you,
that.
the pussy willow has its own issues.
Yes, of course.
its own odor.
Yeah.
I'm sure botanists could do that. They do it with fruit trees, right? Don't they
Yes.
combine fruit trees?
Yes.
You call it, what is it?
Splicing.
Splicing, yes.
Yeah, they probably could do that.
But they're up all over the place, and they're in full bloom, and they are absolutely stinking up the area.
Question about the pussy willow. Is that the same thing as a weeping willow?
No.
No. Weeping
even
willows
close.
Not even close.
are beautiful. Actually, there was a weeping willow. When they are huge,
They're really big.
they are perfect at state parks to crawl into and have sex with your girlfriend.
Nobody
Is that
can
right?
see you.
Someone
Yeah,
told
you don't know what a
No, well,
you know what a
that's-
pussy willow looks like, right?
Yeah, they're fuzzy, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're little fuzzy nubs.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what they are. But a
By the
weeping
way,
willow
she's
is
dancing at Risque this weekend.
Fuzzy nubs.
Yeah, she's partnering with pussy willow.
Kathy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
That time that you and Dennis had sex, how long did that last?
That one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
No, there's a study about how the length of time as far as the average sexual encounter.
I'm already chuckling.
And by the,
I'm already chuckling.
And by this, I mean the actual act, not the foreplay, not the fooling around.
From courting to convincing to getting it done.
No.
5 minutes.
No, not courting to convincing to getting it done.
Okay.
I'm talking about,
How long
You know,
it actually lasts?
And literally that sound.
yeah, from when it goes there to when you're done.
I think that it's going to be longer than what you guys expect.
Nah, it's 5.4 minutes.
There you go. I'm a king.
Of the actual act taking place, which seems about right.
Honestly, you start
it
to
feels a
chafe,
lot longer.
And it's annoying after a while.
What do you think the shortest you've ever gone is?
Oh my God!
First
20
time.
seconds?
First time.
Yeah, first time.
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah, April.
And then comes the crying and the apology.
Yeah. Well, I mean, was it less than a minute?
I think the word "sorry" came out of my mouth.
I couldn't even finish the word sorry.
And I'm curious for women, how long is too long? You know what I mean? Or do women really care?
I was a receptacle all night long. Right. What, right?
But there is pleasure to be had. You know?
I think after she's done, what's the
Right.
point?
I was
Hurry
an
up.
opening for 3 hours straight. When everyone has gotten their cookies.
But some ladies get more than one cookie.
I like one cookie. Now get that off me.
That's you?
Yeah. She doesn't even need the cookie.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
No, well, all right.
Marissa, do you eat a lot of cookies? Like stone, nothing. We're getting
No.
nothing out of her, which means yes.
What about butt cookies?
One regular and one butt cookie.
Kathy, do you
At the same time.
do you make your own cookies by any chance, Kathy?
What?
Do
I
you
make
if
my
you
own-
if you
Oh.
draw
Stop it! I'm talking about.
I just motioned to her with my finger
Oh,
moving
so
quickly.
stupid. I didn't even get it.
It went right over your head.
Yeah.
Make
Where's
my own
my
cookies.
Where's that little Iron Man toy that vibrates? Hollywood creates the image of physical perfection. And it seems to be people like to go see that.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Would you? And that's just part of the deal. Listen, I don't want to go to the movies and see someone who looks like me. I want to see somebody who looks like what I'd like to be.
Help me lose 50 pounds in 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks?
Starting Monday, not now.
All right, wait a second. I'll tell you this. What if someone, and you talk to Dr. Mike,
Yeah.
if someone could come forward and something you could do.
Yeah.
It would be not eat. I mean,
Well,
50
it would be, you
pounds
would
in
go.
5
Here's
weeks.
what you do. Go. You'd have to go on something akin to like what Gerard Butler did for the 300. You know.
Yeah.
So 2 almonds for breakfast, a bowl of steam for lunch.
A bowl of steam. That sounds yummy.
Right.
7 weeks from today, we'll be down the shore.
At Keenan's, right?
7 weeks is
All right.
7 weeks from today.
You could do.
Can you give me an extra 2 weeks?
No.
So I can have 3 almonds for breakfast
You
instead
could
of
do.
2?
You could do an Oprah Kirstie Alley reveal.
Case you can do it, you just have to be committed, and you cannot slip up, not even once. Thank you, Kathy. As you this morning are taking that trip into your place of employment and dealing with the crap that you deal with every single day, why not romantically think about what the absolute dream job would be for you. Is it where you're headed to right now? If so, you win. Congratulations.
Yes. You know,
That's
if you
awesome.
love what you do for a living, you'll never work a day in your life.
We love what we do. We're very, very lucky in that regard. And so I ask you that question because there was an article, it was a map, and it was an organization called Remitly. All right, so they created this map, and they examined over 200 job types and discovered the most searched for job for each country.
So we're assuming that the most searched are the most desirable, right?
Correct. So they then put it into a worldwide list of the most desirable jobs that everybody in the world did.
I'd be curious to find out what other countries consider a desirable job.
Yeah, I don't have the breakdown of per country. Well, I have a little bit of a breakdown of it. But what would you guys say? You could either guess as to what the world's top preferred job would be, or maybe what your dream job would be.
Okay, Kathy, you want to?
I don't even know.
I'll tell you what I think.
interesting.
What I think is probably now, at least, depending on demographic rising to the top, would be influencer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, like if you ask somebody 12 to 25,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Would I be safe in that?
I will tell you this, that influencer is in there, but the number one spot is pretty practical, actually. I was surprised.
Does it involve the corralling and tending to sheep?
It does not.
Okay.
But it is it's a practical job, yet it has a very exotic feel to it, a very adventurous feel to it as well.
I'm gonna guess.
All right.
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant. No.
All right. An exotic dancer?
No. Not
Okay.
an exotic dancer.
Something that. Well, I'll guess another one that I think probably ends up like sports management.
Those are good. That's a good. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Nick was very, very close, but it's pilot.
Pilot.
Oh, all right.
You got to learn how to fly.
The number one dream job in the world is pilot. And I assume that's airline pilot.
Or light.
Yeah, I have a
They
friend
want to be a
who-
flame in an oven.
Well, he's becoming a friend who is a pilot, and he was a pilot in the Air Force for a number of years. And
Is it Buzz Aldrin?
It is not. No.
Is that Casey telling him out here? He's got this flat earth thing going on.
Does it give an explanation at all?
Let me see here. As to why people choose that.
Yeah.
Pilot was number one in the United States and Canada.
That's weird.
And it does not, Kath.
What did your friend say as to why he wanted to become a pilot? Did you give any indication?
No.
Okay.
Well, and I think a pilot, as far as like in the military and then airliner, you're talking about two totally different jobs.
I was having a discussion about this the other day because my best friend's daughter is marrying a guy who is just training to be a pilot.
By that we mean someone who flies aircraft.
That is correct. And so we were asking him what he wanted to do with that, and he's like, there are 1,000 things you can do. People automatically think airline pilot, but there are cargo pilots. There are people who end up training other people to be pilots. There are
bomber pilots
for medical purposes, for military.
Yes.
There's loads of different things that pilots can do. There's tow banners. There's all kinds of things you can do for a living as a pilot.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say he's not. He was a pilot in the Air Force, but he's not an airline pilot. He's a pilot for FedEx.
Well, so it's all based on hours too. So those tow pilots are often doing those jobs to build their hours so that they can move on to either a larger aircraft or a different job.
Pierre's brother Rene was a pilot for his entire career. I think at one point he was flying 747s, but when he retired, they did the whole shooting the fire trucks had the hoses going over the
that's
planes
wild.
on the runway and stuff. And he flew around the world. He had a million miles of flying or whatever. I've heard. That's a great job. I've also heard that the tow pilots is a terrible job, that people think that they want to do it because they want to fly up and down the beach all summer, and they end up just, it's monotonous.
And it doesn't pay well.
It doesn't pay well.
But did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
That's mainly what they're doing is
they're
so that
getting
they
training, but while they're doing it, that it's miserable.
How many people do you think jump up from tow pilots to 747s?
I think eventually that's all part
just
of
getting
it.
hours up there.
They should tow those things with 747s.
Now, that'd be pretty cool. So let me give you the list of the other ones. I'll give you the top 10 here. So number one is pilot. Number two is writer.
Writer, someone who writes.
No,
yes.
thank you.
Yeah. Author.
Now
we should
are we
probably
talking
say.
about, and that spans different whether you're a journalist or whatever.
So far, neither job would be my this
Kathy?
is not even in my realm.
Number 3 is
All right.
dancer.
Ah!
I guess if I could dance for a living, yeah.
There's a piece of
And
Instagram
get-
footage that indicates you can dance your ass off.
And get paid for it, yeah. Okay, all right.
So looking at these,
I think that's sort of a weird list.
Number 4 is YouTuber. Really?
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty badass because chances are you're going to work on your schedule. You will, you do the content you want to create.
You did have a story, though, about how, despite what people think, it is a constant obligation.
Oh, yeah.
To be creating content all of the time.
Yep.
And you also, in that same piece that you were reading from, indicated that a lot of people who are actively involved with it felt they were missing out on a lot of things because that's all they do. They live one step back from their own lives.
That's possible. But if you
Not like a pilot.
if you like creating content, then that could be great for you. Number 5 is an entrepreneur. So essentially,
That's
you
vague.
create and sell things, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that could be anything.
Like a hooker.
Is what people were saying.
I made pimp.
Number 6 is actor, which I thought that would have ranked a little higher, but no. Number 7 is influencer, which you had mentioned, Steve. Number 8, these are the most searched for jobs, is programmer.
Computer?
Yep, I assume.
Oh.
Number 9.
That's right.
I would jump off of the building I worked in
Kathy,
if that
there
was my
with-
job.
Writing code all day, Kathy. Wouldn't you love that? As your cat steps on the keyboard and wipes out an entire operating system.
Going back to acting real quick, I think that's a noble profession. If you want to become an actor to be famous, that's hard. If you want to be an actor that's a working actor, that's pretty doable.
So, Nick, probably the most relevant and honest are the reality show actors. They're in it for the right reasons.
Sure.
Number 9 is a singer.
Not a dancer.
Not a dancer. Dancer is 3.
Oh, okay.
No, she was a dancer.
Jinx,
oh my God!
Stop.
I'm surprised dancer is before singer, though.
Yeah, me too.
Because all the singing shows are...
Yeah.
There are many more singing shows than dancing competitions.
Yep. Number 10 is teacher. That's very practical.
Are there any pilot competition shows on TV?
Not that I know of, no.
Well,
America's Top Pilot?
I have to throw in number 11 because it's DJ.
Club DJ or actual
It
on
doesn't
air?
indicate. I'm going to go with radio personality.
Yeah.
Because I want to feel as if we have a desirable job.
feeling good.
think we-
I hope you are too.
I think we do have a desirable job, though. There are a lot of people that, try to get into the profession and, talk to us about it and
Right.
think that it's their dream job. So I think it is desirable.
By the way, if you do have the desire to be in our line of work, don't wait till you're 30 years old to go after it.
Start.
You have
Yeah.
to. You have to start. You have to begin pursuing it like 18, 19, 20 years old.
Right.
You have to. You have to pay your dues, or else you will not get a foot in the door. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it works.
Listen, perhaps with the everything expanded out to podcasts and so on and so forth, that's a possible avenue. But right now, with the way the industry is, you want to get in on it early.
Yep.
It's like the gold rush.
These are the dream jobs. Then you have blogger at 12, doctor at 13, professor at 14.
Professor.
15 is flight attendant.
So why so far apart? I'd rather be a flight attendant before a pilot.
I'm going to go to Jen real quick. Hi, Jen. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Carson Daly is a tool.
Wow. Old
Yes.
school. All right. So, flight attendant speaks to you?
Absolutely. So, speaking of pilots, I did date a pilot for a little bit. He was a private pilot. He flew out of Teterboro, out of North Jersey, and he would do like the millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah.
He would do their private flights. So that's the kind of flight attendant I would like to do because he would travel to all these different like exotic locales. And I work in banking, so it's not really exciting. And that, to me, just to be able to go to different parts of the world at any given time and spend a few days somewhere, like 1 week he was in Australia, the following week he's in Curacao, like just going everywhere. Just it's very, very intriguing and exciting.
So, Jen, for me, I think it is a cool job. For me, it doesn't hold any interest because I know I'd be crashing all the time because I'm an idiot, and so that's why it holds no
That's why I wouldn't be
fascination.
a flight attendant. I don't have any control over the plane. fine. I just give out the little towels. And
Right.
I just hate their outfits. I'd be so uncomfortable.
Join a Virgin Atlantic. They'll let you wear whatever you want.
Or maybe Southwest. Are they allowed to wear like jeans?
Yeah,
and a
the bib
t-shirt?
overalls and whatever.
There
you
was a
want.
guy wearing really crazy, goofy sunglasses on my last Southwest Airlines
But
flight.
a lot of them still wear that, like the women wear that skirt business suit. And to me, that just looks so uncomfortable. And like partial heels that don't look good but are still uncomfortable.
A friend of the show, Kathy, is Saucy Sarah.
She's a flight
she
attendant
is
now,
now
right?
a flight attendant, and she's very excited about it.
Hang on, I'm going to go to Doug. Yo, Doug, good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, bud?
So, dream job I actually work is a firefighter.
You know what? It's number 16 on this list.
Firefighter.
Yeah, in the world.
Wow, that is kind of a cool job.
In the world.
Well, every kid wants to be one, other than seeing trashmen all the time. They love seeing trashmen.
Right.
But everybody wants to be a firefighter. Hey, there's even cops that want to become firefighters.
Hey, are you a full-time firefighter?
Yes, sir, in Philadelphia.
Nice. And at what age did you start that job?
Well, I started late. I was 31
Oh,
when
wow.
I got on.
Okay.
And I'm currently 46.
All right.
But I mean, so when do most people tap out of active firefighter duty?
It varies.
Okay.
It varies. But it's a great.
Is there a
job.
fire there right now?
It's benefits and everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, you're doing incredibly noble work, and
Totally.
it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But and they're also the thing I always thought seemed cool was back at the firehouse with the stew that one guy makes for you because he's the best cook there, and you trade stories about.
Trust me, I've had some bad meals.
All right. Let me ask you,
Can't
Doug.
highlight it too much.
Hang on, Doug. I'm going to ask you a question because there's another article that I have here, and this is perfect that I can ask you this right now. It was a Reddit thread of ways that movies represent job industries. Okay. So when you see firefighter stuff in movies, what do they get wrong?
A lot. It's all about show.
So you actually never arrive at the fire scene.
It's some of the stuff is just ridiculous.
What's the most ridiculous?
Pyrotechnics, barrels blowing up, invisible fire that you can't see that's there.
How about the fact that you can see crystal clear in a house that's in complete flames while you're walking through it?
Not all the time. No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. But you said pilot and teacher, and I want to tell you guys something real quick. My father, he's my biggest hero, and he used to be a flight engineer in the Air Force for 27 years, and he was a Philadelphia high school teacher as well.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
So he took care of two on that list.
Yeah,
Nice.
no,
Nice.
that's awesome. Listen, if it's something you love,
Thanks, Doug.
if it's something that really rocks your world, then that's your dream job. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be something that's perceived as such by this list.
Yep.
By this crazy list.
But I thought this was interesting of movies that your industry they always get wrong.
I love to hear stuff like that,
Man.
and how far off the mark it is.
I would imagine the medical profession, police, definitely radio.
What about our profession? People do not realize we do every show completely naked. Yeah.
People don't know that.
They don't know that because of the way the technology is.
What?
We have to be naked.
I didn't know about this.
Oh, it's just part of the deal.
Are we using special software on our YouTube stream that
Yeah.
puts clothes on us?
Clothes on us.
That's
All
it,
right,
yeah.
that's what we're doing. No, they always they get stuff wrong, and it could be goofy things like they're not wearing headphones or the fact that they're wacky, crazy, wild all the time. DJs, that whole thing. They always play that out. I was telling Casey one of the things they always get wrong as far as drummers go, which I see all the time, is and sometimes it'll be either in a photo shoot or in a movie.
Right.
And you'll look at the drum set and go, No drummer set that up. They didn't consult someone to come in and say, this is how the drum kit should look. They they get it wrong all the time.
That's funny.
The hi-hat would not be there.
But I assume, like in the movie Whiplash, they got it right?
Well, sure. If music is the focus, they're going to get consultants in, but they get that wrong all the time.
How did Step Brothers do with his drum kit?
It was set up okay.
Okay.
It was set up pretty decent, yeah. So here you go. I'll give you guys some examples. So this one says, I manage a social media department at an ad agency. I'm not super hip, young, or fresh out of college. It's not a sexy position. It involves a master's degree, 15 years of post-college experience, a lot of time researching and crunching numbers. I don't own a single trendy outfit, and most of us in social are actually very introverted. So that is interesting. This one says, I work in pharma, and pretty much any movie that shows drug development happening overnight or going from animal trials to human trials in a matter of days is ridiculous.
It takes years.
Says, I'm looking at you, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Old. The amount of rigor and regulation for clinical trial research makes these plot points laughable.
Well, in their defense, that's how the apes ended up taking over, is they weren't taking
They
their
screwed
time.
it up.
That's true.
And then they let them get super smart.
And then the movie Old, they were not up,
I don't want to hear about Old. I don't want to hear any. I haven't seen the movie.
There's apes in that one, too.
Yeah, okay.
Old
this
apes.
Is, hotel manager here. If any of my staff said room numbers out loud, they'd be written up really fast. Also, none of my housekeepers have ever found a dead body.
No, they're not trying hard enough.
This one says, not all psychologists are Freudian. In fact, very few of us are. Most of us think Freud sucked in his theories and methods were unscientific, untestable, and unethical, yet it seems like every psychologist in TV and film goes on rants about repression, the id, Oedipus complex, etc.
So when someone is talking about, I believe that Woody Allen has a Freudian therapist or psychologist or whatever he has, but they're known to be much stricter.
That's changed, though. I mean, like in more recent films, I think they're getting a little more accurate in the description of therapy.
Here's one. I love this. It says, a bartender here. It bothers me when movies constantly show us wiping down the bar. We only wipe down the bar after someone leaves and at the end of the night, and it takes about 5 seconds. So most of the time you see some guy just sitting there rubbing the counter.
Right.
So as a bartender, that might drive them crazy because they see it like, come on, man.
So he's saying that most bar tops are filthy.
That must be it.
I was just going to say, I'd like to be in the movie then.
There are, and this isn't profession, but there are some movie things that have always gotten on my nerves. Now, with key fobs being the kind of the standard practice in cars, it's not as important anymore, but when people get out of their cars, they never put their keys in their pocket. They never put their keys in their... They always just got out of the car, and they didn't have keys in their hand. They would just walk away from the car. And then also, when people are trying to steal a car or whatever... And have you ever got into a car and there's been keys in the visor?
Well, like in some lots, if they have if they're doing like a valet thing, like I have seen them.
They better not be putting my key in the visor.
I know. Some that's probably something a lot older. They don't do much of it.
Yeah, that's an older thing. People
that's what that was my Conestoga wagon.
Going back to pilots, this one says, the co-pilot is not useless. They're just as qualified as a captain when it comes to handling emergencies.
How you enjoying the flight, dummy?
We operate more like the left-right brain from Pacific Rim. We talk and coordinate so that we move as one. He said the only movie that got it right is Sully.
Sully?
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
Well, what about Flight? His co-pilot in Flight, Denzel's, is participatory, right?
I don't know. All I know is that this guy said Sully.
And often the co-pilot is actually flying.
Yeah,
It's not just the pilot all the time.
Right.
Just to humor him, like, okay, woo.
Yeah.
They have like a Fisher-Price control thing.
Put your hands on there.
Ooh, you're a good pilot.
And then this one, I like this one. It says, I'm a janitor. I'm not down on my luck. I own my own company and make good money. I don't walk around 100% of the time with a mop and bucket. I'm a skilled laborer. Movies and shows would have you think that I'm just trying to get back on my feet and work my way up. Also, I don't wear work overalls with my name on them.
I'll tell you one thing. Like in school, the janitor was also the engineer. He was the one running, would fix heating systems and things like that. Was that your?
Probably.
Yeah, the janitor was more of an engineer.
Hang on, I'm going to go to Kathy. Hey, Kathy, good morning.
Good morning, Gadzooks. How are you?
Gadzooks, great. What's up, Kathy?
So, military uniforms. just gotta have a relook because it's so irritating. There's never the right medals. There's never the right patches. They're not like if they're saying they're in the Marines, they're wearing Army gear.
Oh, God.
I mean, you think it would be pretty easy to consult
To
someone.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It drives us crazy.
I'm sure. There's a couple of calls up here that are saying the same thing. So, all right.
Yeah.
So that's something they get wrong in the movies all the time.
It's
All right,
funny
thank
when
you.
they will have, just chests full of ribbons and medallions and so on and so forth. And I wonder how often actual people in the military, if they have that many of accomplishments, will go out with that on them constantly.
I think the most I've ever seen in a movie, Steve,
Right,
was
right.
in The Equalizer 2. They show his
Yes,
they
you're
show
right.
his uniform
right.
in that hidden room.
Yeah, he deserved
And you're
it.
like, look at all that crap on there.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they did their research for that or not. I'm going to go to Mike. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Lord P-Buds.
Hey, bud. All right, so it says here you're a truck driver?
Yeah, I drive for United Rentals out here. We helped you guys during the camp out, I believe.
Oh, awesome. You're awesome.
Hi, Mike.
Thanks, bud. All right.
But now in movies they show the airline and the truck snap, and then now the truck driver can't stop the truck.
Say that again?
Like the airline, like the air brakes and the big tractor trailers.
Yes.
They show that snap, and now the guy can't stop the truck, and that can't be further from the truth.
So if the air brakes give out, you can still stop the truck.
Well, what happens is the air actually pushes the caliper away from the rotor, and these huge springs, when you let the air out, push the caliper back against the rotor. So if there was no air, the truck would stop very fast.
Oh,
and
I
you'd not be
see.
able to move it.
So it's the exact opposite of what's depicted in the movies.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty wild.
It's annoying when you see it on TV, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't stop!" It's like, no, you would stop, and you would not be able to move the truck.
Okay.
Don't worry, you stopped.
They get it wrong, man. All they got to do is call up a truck place, and they'll be able to tell them. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Going back to the dream jobs.
Yes.
I have Dr. Good, who's on the line. Hi, Dr. Good.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's up?
Nothing much, except I want to say that being a veterinarian is the best job in the world.
Oh.
Well, you are, obviously my wife and I do a ton of animal charities, and we deal with a lot of veterinarians, and they always seem to be happy and loving what they do. So
Absolutely.
I can back that up. Though with me, the difficulty would be, the having to help put a pet down or whatever like that. That stuff is obviously the downside of the job, correct?
That is the worst to do. However, you kind of feel like you're helping the family out.
Right.
So, in other words, you can help the animal doing the best you can do for them, and then you can help the family too as they, go through this process.
Yep. No, I hear you.
Hey, Doc, what was the hardest part about getting to where you are now? Was it the school? Was it the process? What was the most difficult part of that?
Well, going to school is really hard, but I would say paying for it.
Paying for it is the most difficult part.
The student loans will kill you.
Yeah.
But, it's still, I'd do it again. I would do it again. It's just the best thing. If, how they say, if you go to school and go to work and love what you do every day, it's not really a job. And
Right.
that's very true.
Hey, I have a question concerning how people's professions are
depicted.
Depicted. Thank you. I was about to say predicted. No,
Yeah.
All right, depicted in films. Has a criminal ever come to you to fix a gunshot wound before?
No, I would say that a person hasn't, but I did repair a dog one time that took a bullet for her owner.
Wow.
Jumped in front of
Yeah.
a bullet.
Wow, that's a hero dog.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and the dog, the German Shepherd, jumped in front of the boyfriend that was trying to shoot his girlfriend.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Did the dog make it?
Yes. She
All
did.
right. Oh,
Nice
that's
work.
Do you
And
know
the
of any
boyfriend went to
regular
jail.
doctors who have had an animal come in with a bullet wound?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to go to the
Go
vet.
call the cops.
Right. Yeah.
Go call the cops.
No knife fights yet, but the bullet wound, that was.
I got shot. I was robbing a liquor store.
Question about your job, doctor. Do you ever have to contact the authorities? Are you ever obligated to contact the authorities like a regular, a human medical doctor would be?
We've had to do it a couple of times. I've had to do it in abuse situations. And we had a really weird case when I worked in Florida at St. Augustine that was, I hate to say it, a molestation case.
Oh, my
It
God.
wasn't myself, but yeah, he came in.
Molesting
the dog
animals?
was brought in. and the person had done something really awful to the dog, and that went to court.
Whoa.
That's just disgusting.
And did you have to go and testify?
I didn't, but another veterinarian I worked with did. Thank God I was not in that
Please
case.
send us some pictures.
Oh, stop it.
No, no, that's just it's loath.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.
All right.
And you all have a great day. MMR rocks.
Oh,
We love you. Thank you very much. Hang on. Let me go to Tina, who is on. Hi, Tina. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling for every banker out there. In every movie, every TV show, they always say safety deposit box. And it's really safe deposit box.
Safe deposit box.
Okay.
And not safety deposit box.
Right. And for every banker friend of mine, after 17 years of working in banking, we all cringe. We all say, we don't put our stuff in a safety, we put it in a safe.
Yeah. Okay. I never thought about that. It's called a safe.
Right.
Right. Safe deposit box.
Okay. Interesting.
We all cringe. So I just thought this is the greatest time to call in and represent all bankers everywhere. And
Unite.
That was it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, and go Birds.
All right, go Birds. All right, we'll see you later. We're going to go to our weekend jock. Ryan Shuttleworth is on the line here, and he wanted to point out a dream job. Hey, Ryan.
Oh, this is what the inside of the Preston C phone sounds like. It's a lot of fun.
There you go. Yes, it's so nice to be here. What's up, man?
Hey, so talking about this dream jobs thing, originally, before I got into radio, I was trying to be a professional pilot myself. I have my private pilot's license working on my instrument, and as much as I love that, I still get to see a lot of my friends who are doing that line of work. I still love what I do in radio. They love the pilot stuff, so I could see, why a lot of people love that job. So call and comment on that.
What are you rated for, Ryan? So you can, do a lot of pilots just lock and load at the level that you're at, or do they want to? Is there a big jump up to airline pilot?
So I went to, originally I was at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach, Florida. So they specialize in getting people out into the airlines, into different, the entire school is based around everything aviation. So if you're like a business major, it's like for the airliners.
All right.
A lot of the people that I were friends with, they went into the major airliners. I have friends that are, flying for the military, different things like that. And they absolutely love it. I mean, we all try to get together, a group of us every year in October, and they're still in love with it to this day.
That's very cool. See that you are obviously good with all of that stuff. You're also an engineer, and you're on air here, so there's a whole bunch of specific knowledge that you need to have. I have no trust in myself. I would crash the first time I took off, and so with you, obviously, this is something you enjoy. But when do you feel the most connected to what you're doing? Is it when you're on air or when you're a pilot?
For me personally, it was when I was on the air. When I got down there, I got involved with a little local radio station and just fell in love with that. And I had a friend of mine point out to me specifically, it was the way that I talked about music and everything like that was the way that they talked about, the airplanes they like to fly and what they wanted to fly.
Yeah.
So that was when I kind of figured out, hey, I kind of might want to change course a little bit here.
Wow, that's excellent. You are on the air and in the air.
See? This
There you
is why
go.
I'm getting paid the big bucks.
That's it, man.
I did.
He's the fly jock.
So what's the furthest you've ever flown round trip yourself?
One more time, Steve?
The longest trip you've ever taken as the pilot of your own craft?
So it would have probably been, it was kind of small. So it was Daytona Beach down to the Keys, up to Georgia and back again. So probably the state of Florida. Nothing too crazy.
That's still pretty cool.
That's cool.
It'd be a long distance to walk.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That would not be good, yeah.
No, that'd be good. All right.
All right, Ryan. Thanks, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Talk to you later.
He's a pilot. We should hire Ryan to be our private pilot.
That's a good idea.
Right. Of course, we have no plane or no fuel, but at least we can say we have a private pilot.
Remember that pilot that flew us to St. Martin, I think it was. He was like 12, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Steve having Ryan as our pilot, it's right out of the song Drive My Car.
Yeah.
I got no car, but it's breaking my heart, and I got a driver. That's a start. So
there we go.
Ryan's
That's
our pilot.
the first step.
Yep.
Talk to our pilot.
Let me go to Charles. Hey, Charles, morning.
Hey, good morning. You guys rock.
Thanks, man. All right, so it says you worked at a nuclear power plant?
Yeah, I used to work as a systems engineer for a nuclear power plant. And so every time I see, nuclear waste on TV or comic books or anything, it drives me up the wall.
So what do they get wrong?
What's that?
What do they get wrong most commonly?
All right. So there's two kinds of nuclear waste. There's what comes out of the reactor, which is so radioactive you never get close to it. It's kept in water for years until it decays enough. And then it'd be giant concrete cylinders that you'd never get close to. And then there's contamination, which is just like sort of radioactive dirt that gets on things. So when you see like the plastic suits or the paper suits, that's just to keep dirt off of you so you don't take it out of the plant.
Okay.
It doesn't actually protect you from radiation.
How many times does one of those radioactive rods bounce on the floor, land on the back of someone's outfit as they go back home to Springfield?
Yeah. I mean, I'm legally obligated to say not often.
All right, understood. All right. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Andrea next. Hey, Andrea, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Andrea, what do you do?
I am an ultrasound tech.
Okay. And they get things wrong in TV and movies?
Literally all the time.
Okay.
So, you know, they show on the screen, it's a big happy moment. Oh, look, here's the baby. And everybody looks at it and they're like, I don't see a baby at all. That's because half the time it's not. They have a kidney on the screen. They have a liver.
That's funny.
Horrible. You know, so in reality, you know, they show us as being, you know, this fun, happy, oh, look, here's the baby. Half the time, you know, that's really not even half of what we do. We find cancers on people. We're finding masses on people. And, you know, it kind of knocks our profession down a little bit. You know,
well,
like fun, easy job, but
you are attached to one of the great joyous moments of people's lives in the movies, even if they're getting it ridiculously wrong. It's always, you're always depicted as pleasant and, oh, look what you have a kidney. You know,
exactly.
Right. But at least it's a pleasant thing.
Sometimes, Andrea, will you because it's not necessarily your job to tell the patient what you found, is it? I mean, if you found a tumor, that's the doctor's job, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's tough to keep the poker face.
I'll bet, man. I'll bet you guys see stuff from time to time and you're like, oh, man, and you just got to.
So you can't just jump up and go, whoa! What the hell is that?
I just had somebody Steve not do that, but I saw her face and I was like, something's not right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember one time I was doing the they had the the EKG
that's what it was, Steve. That's what it was
for an insurance thing, Kathy, and the nurse goes, oh, this doesn't seem right, and one of the sensors had fallen off. I'm like, thank you for reacting that way without checking the sensors first.
She looked at the paper, and I saw her face. She put the paper down. She looked at it like 3 different times, and I was
You've been dead for 3 years.
I want to go to Becca. Hi, Becca. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks. What do you do, Becca?
So well, it's not my main job. I'm a cashier at Wawa, but I'm also a content creator. I've worked with various YouTubers.
Okay.
I'm friends with various YouTubers.
Okay.
And the one thing they always get wrong in movies to me is they always act like getting popular on YouTube is just, you need to do one thing. You need to make a viral video, and then suddenly you're the most popular person in the world. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I know.
So I think I was getting a sense of this. So as I'm trying to work, with the comic book gurus, and I'm trying to help them get their video content up on the website and everything. And you start to see these other people who you're told are wildly successful, and you'll see them and you'll check the views on various videos, and you'll see, well, that's not that. There's not a lot of exposure. So are you saying it's more of a much more longer-term commitment, correct?
It is a much longer-term commitment. First of all, you need editors, and editors cost money. You need to hire them. You need to make sure you're treating them right.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because what happens is a lot of people think because it appears organic and they're doing it in their living room or whatever, that you still don't need to edit it, create the graphic for the video, do all the tactics you need to make sure that you can raise its visibility. Dude. That's a whole profession unto itself.
When I was making some of these, I was making these drum cover videos at home, and then I found out you need to create the thumbnails.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
That takes forever.
It's a pain in the ass.
I've gotten good at Canva and other programs like that, but it still takes time.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Becca, aren't you mad?
And then you have to find an audience. And so I just watched that Jonah Hill movie, You People, and he wants to become a podcaster. Oh, in 6 months, that's all it took for him to just.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they only has his 2.5 million other podcasts to compete with. So, Becca, what's your biggest success as far as getting something up and getting attraction online?
Well, I'm mostly popular on Twitter. Most people know me as Pipka. I have 23K followers on Twitter.
Okay. Well, listen, that's something. You built it up yourself. And how often do you post on YouTube?
I work with other content creators. I'm a thumbnail.
She says Sasquatch lovers. I didn't.
I'm a voice actor sometimes. I'm more of like an all-in-one.
Okay. All right. Well, you have to be, and good luck with that.
All right. Thank you, Becca. So apparently they get it wrong from time to time.
Yeah, but that's usually
taken off.
Yeah, they do show the president. They'll post something and it goes, it's got 55 million views.
Yeah. All right. One last call, and we got to take a break. I'm going to go to Chris. Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Dad Zooks.
Yeah, Dad Zooks, buddy. What's up? Sorry, I was reading a note that was over here.
I got to tell you, I'm a circulating nurse in the operating room.
Yep.
My brother also is. We work at 2 different places. And my wife watches Grey's Anatomy religiously, and I know his daughter watches it. They do not get the operating room right at all, and it drives me crazy.
So what's the biggest mistake that they're making in their depiction of an operating room?
So my favorite one is when they walk in and they just hold the mask in front of their face. They don't strap it on. Or they'll be standing there watching the surgery, and it's, suddenly there's an emergency. Well, give me my gloves and give me my gown without even washing their hands. It just, my wife gets so mad at me because I pick the show apart, and she says I take all the fun out of it.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that because I don't like the show.
Chris, we got a few texts of people coming in saying that, believe it or not, Scrubs was a medically accurate program. Do you know if that's true or not?
So Scrubs was pretty good. At least, they didn't show what didn't matter.
Right.
And they focused on the funny. My other one was House. At least House was ridiculous, and you knew it was going to be ridiculous. So all the stupid stuff they did, you could kind of not pay attention to it. But when, like, Grey's Anatomy, and I think the other one she watches is called The Good Doctor.
Yes. Yeah.
It is not like that at all. I remember the one episode of The Good Doctor. It was like this dark operating room with very little light. And I'm like, how the hell are they going to see anything in there?
Right.
It's mood lighting. Sometimes you got to create the atmosphere when you're moving along.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, do they say stat enough or not enough in the movies?
Not nearly enough.
Okay.
No.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
I wish he would. I wanted to ask him. No, it's okay. I didn't speak up in time. But if they actually call for like the
crash cart?
No, like the utensils that they have. Utensils. What is it? That they have.
Melon baller, stat.
Instruments?
Yeah, the
Cheese grater,
instruments that they use. Like, do they
ice cream scoop now?
Do they actually call for that? Or is it just laid out next to them? It's already prepped.
Do they have the nurse
surgery.
hand it to them?
Yeah, and you know how they're always calling for each one.
Yeah.
Does that actually happen, or is it really just set up on a tray next to them?
I will say though, because I did a cystoscopy and I had to go in for I got the colonoscopy. But the cystoscopy, I was awake for that one, and it was interesting to be in that room, and there were a team of people around it to see how thorough they are.
Oh,
asking
it's
me
amazing.
questions that I'm like, dude, you guys
Are you on the radio?
No, but I'm like, you've already asked me this like 4 times,
Yes.
just to make sure that they got the right person, that they're doing the right thing, that
And thank
everybody's ready to do their job.
Yeah, and everything has to be accounted for.
Yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
that makes you feel very, very confident.
Kath, I got to believe they do. I mean, I've gone for even a root canal where they've had an assistant and they keep asking for specific instruments as they're doing it. So, the doctor's got to pay attention to this while the other things are coming into them.
I was just at my dentist yesterday, Dr. Petula. She had my feet up in the stirrups. And
that was very nice of her.
Wow.
By the way, as far as our industry goes, I think one of the movies that got most of it right was Private Parts from Stern.
Oh,
and
it's the Citizen Kane of the DJ movies.
Another movie that got it pretty right in radio was, did you ever see The Truth About Cats and Dogs?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a cute
Janeane
little
Garofalo.
rom-com, but they did the radio part of it pretty well, I thought. So sometimes they get it right.
Yeah, and there's ones that get it so well. What kills me, and you brought up one of the ones that really drives me crazy, is when they're not wearing headphones.
Yeah.
you want to hear what you're doing.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Anyhow, well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for calling. We do appreciate that. I want to remind you today is Tattoo Tuesday. We have your chance to win a Preston and Steve themed tattoo. Text the word tattoo to 39333. We'll get a winner a little bit later on. And Hard Rock Cafe Philly is here with us this morning.
Love them.
Celebrating their 25th anniversary in Philly, so you can stop by now through February 8th. They have specials every night, live music on Wednesday and Friday. You can grab their 25th anniversary limited edition pin. But we'll give you a $25 gift card right now.
Nice. Yeah.
Caller number 16 at 215-263-WMMR. They brought some lovelies for us to eat upon, and we'll go check and see what they have in the Acme Lounge in just a little bit. But let's take a break. Come back in a moment. We have some bizarre file stories that are on the way in a little while. You know who we're going to talk to this morning?
Who?
The Jello Man.
The Jello Man.
What?
He's a dude from the Eagles game. So we'll come back in a moment. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
For 2 years, it disappeared.
But see him start these things, and then he sits down with 2 slices of pizza and French dressing or whatever.
Ranch
dressing
no,
and
I
dips
don't.
it.
I don't. By the way, 2 slices of pizza, that's like 500 calories. That's not that bad for lunch.
For lunch, you need to go down to 200 calories, dude. You can't do pizza for
No.
lunch. If you're gonna be serious about it,
Hold
you
on.
can't do pizza for
Let
lunch.
me ask you a
You
question.
can't do pizza at all.
Yeah, you can't do pizza at all. Casey, do you need to lose 50 pounds? That seems excessive.
No, 50 pounds is good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, 50 pounds will put me in a good
I think that would put you in
agree
like
with you,
anorexic state.
No, but Kathy, you look at Casey and you're not like, I don't think of you as like crazy overweight. I think you have weight you want to lose, and it's probably healthier. But I don't
think-
see you as crazy overweight.
But if somebody could commit to it for the next 7 weeks, I'm giving myself 2 extra weeks. All right. But if somebody could commit to it and commit to me for 7 weeks.
What are they committing to you?
Well, that's the thing. And this is where we're at, Preston. It's all about preparation. The reason I have that pizza for lunch is because it's there.
All right.
Wait, I have a
do you
suggestion.
realize they have salad down
Listen
there
to
too?
Kathy.
Casey.
I use a reward system. I try to eat sensibly in the day, and in the evening, I save it for the end of the day. I have my reward, my little sweet treat, whatever it is, whatever your guilty pleasure is, you can have that, but only if you've been good for the day.
I shut it off after dinner. I actually the weekend I relax.
Yeah,
I do too.
So during the
I
week,
have my weekend.
I'm pretty austere, and on the weekend, that's when I have a little bit of latitude.
Can I make a suggestion without being insulting? Try pizza without ranch dressing.
Listen, you a-holes. When was the last time you saw me with ranch dressing?
Okay, can I jump?
And by the way, I don't always eat pizza with ranch dressing. I didn't invent it. It is something that I tried like within the last year. All right?
Okay.
Drop the friggin' ranch dressing. Drop it.
I will say this. I have seen you eat pizza at last 6 or 7 times without dressing.
Did you say 6 or 7 times?
I have not seen him have dressing on his pizza in quite a while.
And it's not something I invented. It was like I tried it because I saw a girl with a nice frame. As a matter of fact, trying to like ranch dressing on your pizza. All right, I'll try it. And then he did it like 6 times. And next thing you know, I'm making ranch dressing pizza sandwiches or something. Shut up!
Nick, that was a good suggestion.
Thanks. I love you.
Well,
my God.
At least cut back on the drinking cheese.
Okay. It's so good, though.
I don't know that my morning can get any better.
I don't think it can. Okay.
We
All right.
peaked and it's only 7 a.m.
Thank you for filling out the entertainment portion of the show. Please welcome to our show Jordan Peele and Method Man.
Thank you,
gentlemen. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you. This is the new duo. We're gonna do Meth and Peel.
Oh, the new version. Yeah. I think that should work well.
Because Key and Red are doing their own thing. Yeah, Key and Red Man are out there, but I think we're doing a little bit better.
You think you guys have struck up a good chemistry?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Basically, I talk and sound like an idiot, and he mean mugs, and then the fans run away.
He just mean mugs. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, the movie is hilarious.
There you go.
The movie's Keanu, and it is a parody, I guess, of John Wick, correct?
You know, it's funny. We wrote this movie before John Wick came out.
Really?
I kid you not. Yeah. No, when John Wick came out, and all of a sudden you have actual Keanu Reeves in an action plot where he's saving an animal, I was like, I'm done. We're done. This is either too good.
See the light of day, right?
Yeah, it's too good or too bad, right? But it worked out, and so yeah, if you're a John Wick fan, absolutely.
I absolutely am. Yeah, love the movie
yes,
and love the concept.
All right, well, thank you.
It's howlingly hilarious to watch in what are John Woo level action sequences. A kitten running from in the center in the shootout. It's pretty wild.
He did all his own stunts.
Oh, the kitten. There was no kitten stuntmen.
No kitten stuntmen. Actually, there were about 6.
Yeah, about 6 guys.
Well,
they all had K names too. Katrina.
It's true.
No,
it's true.
Seriously.
So kittens tend to grow pretty quickly. Did you have an issue with the kitten at the beginning? Did you have to use this? Did you were able to use the same kitten?
We had to trade out kittens in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
But we had to do that with some of the extras as well.
Did you spend the most amount of time with the kitten?
Nah, they didn't give me too many scenes with the kitten. I was strictly there for intimidation, like now.
Okay. Because your character ends up taking the cat. I mean,
yeah, pretty much
in the movie. I didn't know if that was like your sidekick.
It's something about the cat, though. You know, it's something that I don't know. It's like something about Mary, I guess. You know, it gets like that when you deal with pussies.
Yeah.
You know?
Same sort of deal. Same sort of deal.
No, there's nothing better than seeing Method Man with a kitten. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, every time he's on screen, we're like, just can we get more of this shot?
Yeah. Well, with
it's adorable.
A kitten and a do rag too was.
Yeah, we got that kitten in the do rag.
Yeah, I felt that was a bit much. But,
well, you know, we have to. If you have a kitten, you got to dress it right.
Yeah.
And
so what? Now the movie comes out, and you know, I assume you're hard at work on your next project. It's weird because you'll do a movie, and then by the time you get to promote it, you're already well into something else. What are you on now?
Well, I just directed a horror film.
Oh,
straight horror film.
Yeah,
It's called Get Out. Thank you. My directorial debut. I'm very happy with it.
Big fan of the genre?
A big fan of the genre.
Oh, awesome.
I love horror. You can probably tell.
Straight ahead horror.
Straight horror. Okay. I'm sure you could tell a lot of Key and Peele sketches go very dark.
Yes, they do.
Very fast.
Yes.
So it's not a comedy. You know, there's funny things in it. We got some.
Is it slasher horror?
It's not slasher horror. I can't tell you too much about it, but it is very scary.
You wrote it?
It's called I wrote it.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm editing it right now.
Get Out made me automatically think of Amityville Horror.
Yeah, a little reference there.
It made me think of Eddie Murphy, actually.
Me too. Yep, the Eddie Murphy
Too
bit.
bad we can't stay, baby.
Well, you know, it is a movie that is a horror movie that's geared to the black horror audience,
okay,
who just doesn't want any,
Get out.
Pick up the phone, man. No. Get out. Yeah. So it's an elevated horror film. It's not a comedy. I know it sounds like a comedy, but it should satisfy the audience member and all of us that just wants people to do smart things.
I love there's an element to a lot of horror movies where you are just, it kills it for me when they are so astoundingly stupid in their reactions.
It will ruin a movie.
Give me a little bit and I'm in, but if they're staggeringly dumb, I can't watch it.
Exactly.
I don't like jump scares personally.
Yeah.
And
it's a cheap shot.
I do have a question about something because Method, you played Cheddar, who's the head of the 17th Street Blips. They were the people that got kicked out of the Bloods and the Crips.
That's right.
The Blips. My question is, were they kicked out because they were too bad, or were they kicked out because they were idiots? And
I'm going to go with, according to the script, I think because they were incompetents.
Because they were incompetent. All right.
Pretty much.
They probably wore plaid or something.
Right.
You can't wear plaid in the Bloods of the
Paisley,
Crips.
pretty much, yeah.
You guys are going to be out and about today for a little bit?
Yeah.
Say it again?
God, yeah.
You guys are going to be out?
Yeah.
They got an appearance today. It's going to be at Le Cat Cafe in Brewerytown. You guys will be there from 3:30 to 4.
It's an awesome place. My wife and I actually donated some stuff to them. She does a whole bunch of animal rescue. It's going to be a wonderful experience, I'm sure.
That's why
you seem thrilled by it.
Yeah, that's why you're laughing.
I'm going to put kittens all over him. It's going to be hilarious.
Definitely cool. Put people on blast. The publicists are scared of me, man. Pretty much.
Yeah.
They're kind of leery of me. I'm riding in the car by myself. He has everybody in his car. It's sad. It's pretty sad, man.
Yeah.
That's right. I put y'all on blast. Stand over there all you want.
That's the life.
And we are sitting in a room. People are sitting down in chairs all around the room, and it's like one black guy. What's up, dude? Holla, we here for you. Black Lives Matter, baby. All right.
Brought him in for you.
Well, listen, yeah, if people want to come down and meet, you guys going to say hi, do pictures, stuff like that? Or?
No.
Yeah, you know.
I'm playing.
Yeah, we're going to put him in post. Method Man's going to get in and
Photoshop
I'll take
his
the
ass
pictures.
in there, yeah.
We're just going to put our arms out. He's going to get in there.
Method Man cut out.
Some Instagram app. We're going to.
You know what I'm saying? I took a shower today. Of course I'm taking pictures.
It's a special
I actually
day.
brushed my teeth today.
3:30 to 4 o'clock today, and of course the movie's opening up on April 29th. Looks awesome. Looks
Thank you.
hilarious. You guys,
Appreciate it.
You hit it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Jordan Peele, Method Man.
Yeah.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Friday night at Brooklyn, New York's Barclays Center.
Finally.
In addition to Deep Purple, who were inducted by Lars Ulrich, there was also Chicago, inducted by Rob Thomas.
Chicago!
Steve Miller, inducted
Very
by the
touching.
Black Keys. Songer, writer, producer Burt Burns, inducted by Steve Van Zandt. NWA, inducted by Kendrick Lamar. And Cheap Truck. Cheap Truck.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Shut up.
Cheap Truck. It's like $1,000. It's got some body damage.
Shut.
I want you to want this truck. Your car's all right, your bicycle's all right, but this truck should check it out.
You said it.
Casey's looking at me laughing, putting his hands up in the air like, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you, man. God damn it. Why does it?
I
why do
want
do-
you to want this truck. Savings have never been better at Fred Beans. It's here. I got to go to Fred Beans.
Live in Budokan.
He just sold me a truck. I get to see a cheap trick and I bought a great truck. $1,000. Little body damage.
Cheap Trick. Christian author and publisher Mac Major warned over the weekend that Christian women are losing their salvation by using dildos, which he called a direct path to Satan.
It's a path to Satan.
Mac wrote
These dildos.
on the Eden Decoded Facebook page, too many Christian women are losing their salvation because they pleasure themselves. Dildos and all those other sex toys have been used
You know, French ticklers, Benoit balls.
for strap-ons.
Strap-ons.
They've been used for thousands of years in demonic sex rituals. It's one of the
You
main...
know, things like hot Carls, Dizzy Gillespie's, Cleveland Steamers, Pittsburgh Platters, Eiffel Towers, you know.
It's one of the main ways ancient pagan societies worship their demonic gods, he said. It's a direct path to Satan.
You know, chick on chick, MILF porn, stuff like that.
Pogs, BBWs.
Two girls in a cup. You know, the one where the guy craps in the mason jar and it breaks on his ass. Evil.
He said there's nothing normal about it, and shame on any Christian that says so.
You know, pee and poop and all that stuff, and smearing and hazmat suits and plushies. And
He urged readers not to be ignorant of Satan's devices, and he suggested that the ancient city of Pompeii was destroyed because it was completely engulfed in a culture of pornography, homosexuality, wild orgies, and the worship of the little god with the huge member known as Priapus. Many of you who are reading
oh,
this...
is that where
I guess so.
priapism comes from?
Yeah, which is the erection that never ends.
Goes away.
Yeah. He said, many of you who are reading this have sex toys in your possession right now.
You know, like dildos, C-rings, butt plugs.
He noted.
Guy's an expert.
I mean, I've heard.
The great country singer, Loretta Lynn.
Oh, wow.
81 years old today.
What did she do? Stand by Your Man?
Coal Miner's Daughter.
Miner's
Was her
Daughter.
huge hit.
Don't come home and drinking with loving on your mind. You
Yes.
ain't woman enough. Fist City.
Yeah, it's the first song to really address fisting. And it, you remember
That was
Preston,
in the 1960s,
that
too,
was
man.
an incredibly tough sell to record.
Fist City. He ain't kidding.
Yeah. And that was the follow-up to Two Knuckles Deep.
They took it a little bit at a time.
And she had come from this really conservative background.
Yeah.
Well, again, you have to finesse it a little bit.
So Two Knuckles Deep and then Fist City.
Dude, it was totally Fist City.
Yeah.
I can't even put my legs together.
And then was all the way to the elbow, the last.
Yeah.
WMMR.
All right, we got some bizarre files.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you this morning by Manhattan Bagel. You can place your order today for a sandwich tray from Manhattan Bagel. Sure to satisfy even the hungriest fans on game day. Big game sandwich trays from ManhattanBagel.com. You gather, they cater. Manhattan Bagel. Well, firefighters had to use 6,000 gallons of gas, or I'm sorry, 6,000 gallons of water to extinguish a Tesla Model S that spontaneously burst into flames on a busy highway outside of Sacramento on Saturday.
This is a crazy story, but you've heard it before.
The driver, who was not injured, was on Highway 50 when smoke started to come out of the front of the car. Photos of the luxury car show the vehicle completely totaled with the front end completely burnt out. Officials responded to the scene with 2 fire engines. The Metro Fire of Sacramento crew said that nothing was previously wrong with the car. It's unclear what caused the blaze, but the federal government is also probing multiple Tesla driving crashes with some resulting in deaths. The blaze was not the first Tesla S fire that the Metro Fire of Sacramento officials had to extinguish. So the same fire company had to take care of a Tesla that burst into flames in a wrecking yard in June after the car had spent weeks sitting there after a collision. Eventually, they actually had to dig a pit near the Tesla and move the burning car into it and then fill the pit with water, effectively submerging the battery compartment.
So Rodney, our engineer here extraordinaire, who's also a firefighter, said that they attended a seminar recently about how to extinguish these fires. And they basically have this thing they put over an electric car, presumably a Tesla. They put this cover over it, and that sort of suppresses the fire, and then they move it to someplace like the middle of a parking lot because it's proving very difficult, as this story evidences, to put these things out.
And they can be hazardous. They generate over 100 organic chemicals, including some potentially fatal toxic gases like carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide as well. But this took 6,000 gallons to put out.
That's insane.
2 monkeys were taken from the Dallas Zoo on Monday, police said, in the latest string of odd incidents at the attraction being investigated, including fences being cut and the suspicious death of an endangered vulture in the past few weeks. No arrests have been made in any of the investigations, and police have not said whether the incidents are linked. Dallas police said they believe someone cut an opening in an enclosure and took 2 emperor tamarin monkeys, small primates with long whiskers that look like a mustache.
This looks like a job for Sherlock Chimp.
The incident follows the January 13th closure of the zoo and a day-long search when a clouded leopard named Nova went missing.
What kills me is, aren't there security cameras?
She was eventually found near her habitat, but police said a tool had been used to cut an opening in its fencing. A similar gash was also found in an enclosure of langur monkeys, though none got out. On January 21st, an endangered vulture named Pin was found dead, and the zoo said that the death did not appear to be natural. The vulture had apparently a wound of some type. The zoo has said that it has added additional cameras and increased overnight security patrols, but they're still trying to figure out what the hell has been going on.
I would also dress up personnel as animals and have them spend the night in the cages.
I was originally thinking it was animal rights activists until the
They killed the vulture.
Yeah, they wouldn't have. That's a bold move for the animal activist
I see
part.
where you're going with this.
6 British children under the age of 5 have been found living in an abandoned wine cellar in Austria in an illegal hideout with a 54-year-old Austrian said to be obsessed with conspiracy theories and his wife.
Did you hear the conspiracy theory about the guy who kept some kids in the wine cellar?
The youngsters were discovered after police broke in following an incident in which the man allegedly attacked social services with pepper spray. Mayor Eric Greal said that the discovery that the man once told him he had 10 children and that he wanted a cellar for each child. The man has
and
said
a chicken in every pot.
The man is said to have been a Reichsbürger, a group of right-wing extremists who believe the German Empire still exists as it did prior to World War II, and the current German state is nothing more than an administrative construct.
It's like the worst version of Sound of Music.
It's believed the family, comprised of the 6 children who were 7 to 5 months years in age, have been living in the cellar, which had been sold to an English company for several months. There had been complaints from concerned local residents who heard children's voices within the last few weeks, causing social services to get involved. A statement from police said the man attacked 2 social service workers with pepper spray, and he was said to have barricaded himself in the building. Police were called. The man was later arrested. When they went in, they found the 6 children along with multiple guns. The cellars had been renovated to have doors, windows, water, electricity, and surveillance cameras, but are said to have been inadequate sanitation and were deemed not suitable for children. So they're obviously...
This guy's looking for someone to live in a wine cellar. Kathy.
Right? Perfect for
Yeah.
you.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, one last story. Animals generally scurry past wildlife cameras without noticing them, but a bear in Boulder spotted one of the devices and decided it was ready for its close-up. The Colorado City's Open Space and Mountain Parks team said the bear took hundreds of selfies on a motion-activated camera on a single night last fall.
And they're adorable.
Of the 500...
Double buys, tries.
Of
Check
the
that out, ladies.
580 photos captured, about 400 were bear selfies. The bear, apparently fascinated by the camera, was photographed from numerous angles and covered the camera with its paw for some of the shots as well.
Got a little bashful.
Just being coy, right? Yeah.
Swipe left.
OSMP says that the bear was photographed by one of the 9 motion detecting cameras. It has across 46,000 acres of land to monitor sensitive wildlife habits.
I wonder what was fascinating about the camera. There must be like the infrared lights or something.
They said at night they use infrared light to avoid disturbing nocturnal animals. But this guy,
I see you.
loved it. So there you go.
He's adorable.
And that is what I have in the bizarre file for now. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in just a moment or two. We're going to talk to the Jello Man.
The Jello Man.
When we return.
Hey, Cookie Man.
Yeah, you see him out at shows and at also Eagles games and so on. But we'll find out a little bit about the Jello Man when we return. Stay there. We'll be right back.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Lumpkin Lane.
Yeah.
Both are kind of,
So while you're sitting there chewing on your hoagie, I'll be down here tending to business.
All right, what is honey?
What is honey?
What is it?
It's when the
It's bee piss. What is it? It's bee piss.
What is it?
the bee pukes up into the comb and then it ferments essentially.
It is, it's how they...
Bee vomit?
It's bee puke.
vomit.
Yeah.
Why did bees even go there if they keep throwing up and getting sick?
What's that?
They're getting sick. Why even go there?
With where what now?
I want to curse right now.
Oh, you're saying if it's so good for you, why are they getting sick?
Well, no. Why do they keep going back if they keep getting sick? It's a vomitorium. A honeycomb is a bee vomitorium.
No, they're not. They're vomiting to. They're actually when they seal up the. Well, they create a wax too.
It's not an unpleasant thing for them, Case.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not.
okay.
Puking is
It's not like
the same
beer,
thing.
bee splooge.
All right, so you want to see me make pipe?
Yeah, good.
All right, real easy to do.
Preston Elliott, the bong maker.
So you, no, it's not a bong, it's pipe.
It's not a bong, it's pipe.
So you pinch it like this.
Okay.
Pretty easy to do. And
Like so.
Then you can take something like a paper clip.
Right.
And then you poke holes in it. Kathy, you loving this instructional I'm doing for
all the kids.
I actually, you know what?
What's the best way to cook meth?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, seriously. Next. After the break.
Hi, I'm Kathy Romano, and I'm in the meth kitchen.
A pin works better. But you can use this.
I recommend injecting between the toes. It won't leave track marks.
Almost done. There we go. And then you put a little supercharger in the side.
There you go.
Right, Case?
Steve, I wonder what Bill's going to think of this.
Supercharged.
I'm not a fan. You're promoting drug abuse.
Done.
There you go. Wow. Bam.
All right, let's see. Can I see it? Because I don't even really.
Oh,
good catch.
Nice catch.
Why you spill my coffee?
the real Kathy comes out occasionally.
I physically felt that sitting next to you.
Shut up.
I've seen Kathy leave the building from the roof and attack field mice.
All right, now what do you... Not that you needed additional instruction, but what do you do with this now?
All right,
What-
so you put your tobacco.
You question why your life has gotten this bad.
This is me like talking like I work at a head shop. You put your tobacco there.
where the little dots are.
Yeah, and then you put
your tobacco.
And then you put your finger over that. That's right. And then you put your mouth over the hole in the drinking part.
Your perfectly legal tobacco goes here.
And then you light it, and then when you get enough, you let go of that with your finger, and it clears it out.
Oh, okay. Steve, do you want to add this to the Batman collection?
Nah. Getting totally stoned tonight.
You know the farm behind the Plymouth Meeting Mall?
What? No.
The farm behind the Plymouth
There's
Meeting
a
Mall?
farm behind the Plymouth
Yeah, they
Meeting
have.
Mall?
They have
Farm behind Plymouth Meeting Mall. This year's crop is death. I didn't know there was a farm back there. Oh, yeah, it's been there for about 20 years. No one's ever come back from it, though. The farm behind Plymouth Meeting Mall. The crop is in, and it's blood.
Anyway, they have local honey, Nick, so I can grab you some. It's called Maple Acres Farm.
Don't grab me any. Even I've been talking about it.
How about a couple of acres?
I can't even get 4 words out of my mouth. I'm not getting you honey.
I'm trying to think of where there's space for a farm behind the Plymouth Meeting Mall.
Farm behind the Plymouth Meeting Mall. This year's crop is death. Kathy goes there. She won't even think about picking you up, honey, though. What kind of bitch she is.
It's on Narcissa Road.
Is that what you said?
What's that?
Did you say that's the kind of bitch she is?
And he wants me to get him honey.
Well, I just want local honey.
Oh, yeah, we go there all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a cute little farm.
Okay.
Do you go picking your own
They
stuff?
have,
or-
yeah, you can cut your own flowers there. You can,
Really?
Yeah. Mhm.
They have,
Where the hell is a
apple
farm?
orchard or anything like that? Or
We get
The apple orchard in the farm behind the Plymouth Meeting Mall. The sequel to last year's blockbuster hit, The Farm Behind Plymouth Meeting Mall. This year's apples are blood red.
Oh, there it is. Okay, we're looking at an aerial
it's
shot.
not behind it. It's on the other side of the northeast extension.
Well,
okay.
but if you were
Well,
standing
you'd have
over
to be
there,
a moron to think it's right.
Well, the way we're looking at it, it's next to it. But if you were standing in front of the mall, it would then be behind it.
Yeah.
The sequel to last year's The Farm Behind Plymouth Meeting Mall, The Orchard. The farm is not exactly behind Plymouth Meeting Mall and is next to it.
Wait, Steve, you know where you would know where it is. You know that pet hospital back there, Hickory?
Hickory.
The sequel to last year's
Come on.
The farm is actually next to the Plymouth Meeting Mall. It's now near an animal hospital.
But if
Do you know that you
Hickory.
you took one of your cats there
All
before?
the time. It's a 24-hour facility.
Okay, so
It's not exactly behind the farm. It's behind the Plymouth Meeting Mall.
if you passed that, it would be after that.
It'd be right after that. But you'll never make it because no one ever comes back from the animal hospital. It's next to the farm where the apple orchard is, sort of behind Plymouth Meeting Mall.
Hey, Press, your leather jacket, which I love, by the way. Is that really, really warm? Like in the winter? Is it just?
It's not like below zero warm.
It's not.
But I will wear it through the winter.
Okay.
Yeah, I got lucky finding that thing. I was just I went by like a Wilson's Leather, and I walk in, and they were having some kind of sale.
I remember.
I normally don't buy a leather jacket, and I was like, it kind of reminded me of
Wolverine.
Wolverine's leather jacket. Yeah, it's a motorcycle type jacket. I'm like, I think I will take that.
Were you trying it
I
out,
love
standing in front of the mirror, going,
Whing, shing, snicked.
what was that, sir? I said, swing. Like, I'll take it.
That's how they write it in the comic
I know,
books, by the way. Snicked. When his claws come out.
Just took a hairy schnicked.
Snicked. S-N-I-K-T.
Snicked.
Snicked. Let me see here. Hang on, I want to cut. Snicked.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm
what
going to
was that?
cut you up. Snicked.
A Wolverine.
Security.
It's just a guy yelling snick.
Snicked. Snicked.
Oh my God.
What was that?
It sounded like that clip we had.
Did you see his face when he did that?
Just buy the goddamn coat. Get out.
Just get out of here and buy the coat.
You have an appearance next door at an amusement park.
You know what pissed me off about that coat is somewhere in it, damn it. And I know, and they've looked. There's one of those freaking alarm indicators.
Oh, really?
I had
and for
one of
the
those.
longest time, every store I would try to leave. In fact, I'd be with Rochelle, and I'd be like, you ready? All right, let's go. Beep, 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 beep. I just stand there and wait.
It might not be that. It might be something that the jacket's made with. I have a purse that does the same thing, and there's no tag still on it. It's just whatever is on that purse is making those go off.
After like a year, I took it back to the same store. They dug through it all, and they couldn't find anything. You might be right, Kathy.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting rid of it because I love that jacket.
I'm not getting rid
to
of my
be honest,
purse.
you'll see the larger tags that they remove that are the security tags, but they're also very tiny little adhesive metallic strips that do the same thing.
You know what, though? So it happens to me when I carry that one specific purse, and somebody has said, a security guard said to me, he goes, oh, it's one of those purses. It happens all the time.
Okay. I usually turn around and just go, snicked.
Snicked. What was that, sir?
Cut you
Snicked. I'm Wolverine. Get out.
A Barbie doll inspired by Misty Copeland was unveiled on Good Morning America on Monday. She is like the prima ballerina.
That's my understanding.
Of the U.S., and she is just
gorgeous.
Her body is absolutely flawless, phenomenal. She's very muscular and everything, but she is, those top level ballerinas
are in
you ever seen
phenomenal
like
shape.
those still photography when they're jumping in the air and their bodies and just all these unbelievable positions.
She does this ping pong ball trick.
She's beautiful. Shut up.
Stop it.
Because of the muscle control.
You ruin everything.
Because of the muscle control,
Yeah,
of
you're
course.
just complimenting her physical ability. Oh my
Juggles
God!
them, right?
Yeah, she actually beat Forrest Gump in a game of ping pong.
I give up. I quit.
That's all I had to say about that.
Oh, but Kathy, look at this picture of her. Look at
I
this.
know.
This is her
Yeah.
frozen in air. How do they do that? What?
Imagining ping pong.
Really? That's what you're imagining?
Well, that's
It is a beautiful picture, and that's what you're imagining. God, I hate every one of you.
Oh my God.
Game.
Ready, fire.
Game, you moron. Special my ass.
So anyhow, dude.
It's uncanny.
Yep.
Only the best ballerinas.
Wow.
Nah, the short one. Oh. So the two of them are meeting in front of the mariachi band, and Bert is kind of sashaying over, and you can watch all this. We have it live on streaming video. He has taken her hand, and now they begin the traditional dance. Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
I know.
And Bert's dancing. He's wearing his scrubs.
Yes, he's wearing red scrubs today. Wow, Bert has some nice moves.
A beautiful song.
So dancing a waltz, and Bert from time to time will go. Oh, he's getting the hips are getting in now. It's turning into salsa. They've gone double time as they move back and forth. Bert is now down on his knees, holding his hand out, allowing Kathy to turn and move and use her dress, living in the moment of this transformation from girl to... And now Bert is taking his shirt off. He's unbuttoning his shirt. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
And there it is.
The shirt is off. The Godfather shirt has come off. He has slammed it on the ground. And now he's moving it to wrap his shirt around her neck and pull her in. Magic Mike style, as he is now grinding on this young woman, blossoming into womanhood, and he is now backing his Heidi up, and she's spanking him as well as he gyrates and pops his butt back and forth. This is unbelievable.
Knowing what Kathy thinks about sweaty shirts, this is. Oh my God, she's hugging it now.
She is. And he's taking kind of a matador type of stance, and they're back to the traditional waltz. Oh, this is wonderful.
I'd like to share my God.
Yeah!
Oh.
Come in.
Nick, he's allowing you to step in. Showing your dance now. Nick is taking awkwardly Kathy's hand.
Gorgeous. Bird, you have some moves on you.
Steve is stepping in for a dance. Take a moment here. Oh, this is really precious. Very precious. Are we all gonna? And Steve is doing a few dance moves. Here comes Casey. He's moving in. He's across the room.
Oh boy!
And Bert has now tossed.
WMMR.
Thanks, Kath. Of the many photos and videos that have surfaced in, the post-victory on Sunday night, a lot of it around City Hall. You know, we've seen the people that fell through the bus.
That was wild.
Bus stop. That was interesting. People on tops of poles and stuff like that. One of the more kinetic and exciting ones is, and we'll just call it a surfboard. A guy on a surfboard being held up by the crowd who's chucking stuff out into the throngs of people there. And why are they so excited? Well, because it's booze that he's throwing out to everybody in the form of Jell-O shots. And it just turns out to be the Jell-O Man, who is very well known in and around music circles and sporting events. And so we're going to welcome the Jell-O Man to our show right now. Please give it up for Paul Vile.
Yeah!
The Jell-O Man. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Yo. What's up, guys? What's going on?
Hey, bud. All right, so listen, this video of you, the one in particular of you up on
You like it?
up on the board. I love it. Have you done that? Have you been up on a board being held up by the crowd before, throwing Jell-O shots out into them?
Let's just say that's not my first rodeo.
That's not your first rodeo.
Well, clearly, because you get on your head, you're doing all sorts of acrobatics. It's pretty impressive.
That takes skill.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it a bunch of times actually over the course of like 6 years. I've been perfecting the craft of. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Perfecting the craft of crowd surfing. I do it at music festivals mostly. I go on stage and shoot Jell-O shots out to the crowd, and I surf on that same board into the crowd at music festivals mostly. So I always had a plan. I was going to do it for the Phillies if they won, but I kind of punked out for City Hall for the first time, and then when they lost, I obviously couldn't do it. But then I was like, if the Eagles win, I'm definitely going to come.
Yeah, well played, because you were front and center for a lot of pictures.
Yeah, so
awesome.
So you have to. So in that crowd, you don't know those people. You just turn to a few people. Hey, man, hold this board up and let me climb up on there.
Yeah, that's the interesting part too, because I've done it so many times, I kind of just know it's going to work out. People get excited when you come around with it.
Okay.
Normally, I start from the stage, like at a music festival, so they see you coming. But at this one, it's kind of like you go up to people and it's like, yo, grab this thing. It's almost like you're holding the coffin. Everyone gets around it, and then I just kind of kneel up on it, and I'm like, all right, kind of like readjust your body, and they kind of just like hike you up. Next thing you're raised up. Then they get they get it down real quick.
Well, so you give very little instruction to the people who are helping you out.
No, but I show them a video real quick of what I did before. It's like, oh, okay, I got it.
Well, the fact that you were held actually pretty level, for a crowd that's partying, we assumed probably had knocked back a few already at this point. They kept you pretty solid.
You like my headstand?
Yes, yeah.
Paul, this is Nick. So, Nicole Ryder, who used to work with us here at MMR and now works at 6ABC, she's fans of yours and a fan of yours, and also friends with your family. So your brother Sam is a singer and a comedian. Your brother Kurt Vile is also a talented musician. Of all of the brothers in your family, and there are a lot, who is the most talented and why?
I mean, dude, you're saying most talented? Come on. Ask me that.
Do you?
Sorry.
It's got to be you.
No, I'm saying I can't pick. I can't say who's the most talented. We're all kind of weirdly talented in our own ways. You know what I mean? We all have our own like weird crafts that we come up with, and we're all, I think, equally talented in that aspect.
The more I find about you and your family, the more I'm fascinated. Like you guys find your little niches and run with it, and you have found yours, man. Jell-O shots have become a niche and a business for you.
Let me explain something. It didn't start with just like going and shooting an eagle. So I get sponsored for random little by Deep Eddy Vodka randomly for random little pop-up events I do, but not all the time, not for everything I'm doing with Jell-O shots. But I get sponsored to go to certain music festivals and hand out Jell-O shots to bands. And I also make Jell-O shot murals. I send you guys some videos.
Right.
So that's actually like there's slabs of insulation, and I stretch duct tape across it and like write the name of the band in duct tape, and then I hot glue Jell-O shots to the duct tape, and then you basically give them this like wall of Jell-O. Like, oh, thank you. It says my name on it. They get to eat it.
That's pretty wild. So this is something that you do consistently. How much Jell-O do you go through in an average year?
Let's just say I shop at Jetro, and per year, I'd say I'm probably making 30,000 shots a year.
30,000 shots, man!
You're giving them out most of the time. But
That was okay. That's what I wanted to find out about the money spent versus the money coming in. Do you make a living off of this? Well, you do get paid for sponsorships, so
so like. I used to, believe it or not, I used to hustle Jell-O shots and T-shirts at music festivals back in the day. That's where it started. And then when I started, my brother Kurt started getting like more famous and known. And like, I watched his process of like, he had an idea and he kept going. And I toured with him for a little bit and I met some bands. And then I was like, I want to cross over and do something that the bands would think was cool with Jell-O shots. Because I kind of always was like, I sell Jell-O shots. There's not really much to say about that. Then all of a sudden I had the idea to make their name in Jell-O shots. And then when it crossed over to like, I was able to offer a band something. I was like, I can really run with this. Then I started emailing festivals, and then they started inviting me to like Coachella, Bonnaroo, like Electric Forest, different places that I would meet and hang out with the bands and just give them shots.
That's why. So Preston was mentioning, we were talking before you came on, Paul, about these guys who in certain areas regionally become the guy that you always see at an event. And like you've got your thing now. And Preston, you were mentioning somebody from when you back in, I guess, St. Louis you were talking about?
Beetle Bob. Yeah.
Right. So let me ask you, at this point, how lucrative, if you don't mind me asking, can this be for you? Or is it still a work in progress?
It's just two parts. It blows my mind. It just makes me so mad to think about it. I really like hanging with the bands. I like doing my thing with the bands, but you can't really make money back there with them that much. You can get paid a flat fee from the festival to do my thing. That feels like a better lifestyle to me.
Right.
Then I've also sold Jell-O shots under at the festivals for the festival, and I get to keep a cut of it, and it's good money there too. But that's like real work. I'm like, dude, I want to like chill with bands and hand out Jell-O shots because I have this weird tray that I made, and I like basically like walk around this weird tray, and I ride a one wheel around back there, the hoverboard one wheel, and I sprinkle Pop Rocks on the Jell-O shots. So if you guys ever want me to come back there to your show, I'll bring you guys a Jell-O shot mural.
I think that might have to happen at some point because you are completely from the ground up, just building on an idea, making the embellishments yourself, hustling. I assume that you started before all this. You were a massive. You had fear of being left out of events, so you were out and about at a lot of concerts and sporting events. I have to assume you weren't a homebody.
Assume what? I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying I was assuming that you were the kind of guy who went out to every event anyway. That you weren't a homebody before this. And
absolutely.
Right. So how many events? Because you appear to be at everything. How many events? Say with last year. How many events did you make it out to? Even with everything being sort of still semi closed down.
Last year, what did I get? I don't go to like a ton anymore. I go to like I actually work another job too. In the summertime, I'm going to music festivals. Last year, I went to 8 music festivals.
Oh,
but I go to Eagles and stuff too. Like so.
Okay.
Basically, other part of me is that I started out. I went to Williamson Trade School. Ever hear that school?
Of course.
I learned a trade, and I'm a bricklayer by trade.
Oh.
So I do that in the wintertime. And then basically the springtime, summertime, I do the Jell-O thing.
Should hand out bricks at concerts. That'd be very cool.
What's that?
No, I'm kidding. It's a stonemason.
Hey, Paul, let me ask you, as far as whipping up Jell-O shots go, how much time does that take before you go to an event to put that together? Because it's got to take a long time.
It's a whole can of worms there. Basically, I'm not going to lie, though. Say all you guys try to make the Jell-O shots I'm making, I can make more than you by myself. It'd take me like 12 hours to make let's say 3,500 shots.
Oh my God.
Well, we're seeing here that you use, it says here, and I don't know if this is accurate, you use 5-gallon buckets of boiling water, 7.5 pounds of Jell-O mix to create over 400 Jell-O shots per batch. Is that about right?
Were you reading that from that Vice thing?
I guess, yeah. It's in front of us. Is that it?
So I guess it depends. So that's around accurate. So it depends what size cup you use. That's all.
Okay, all right.
So I changed the size of cups over the years. But what's it called? So long story short, picture this. I got a bunch of 5-gallon buckets sitting around me. 10 5-gallon buckets are empty, right? In the middle of that, I got a humongous crawfish boiled tank full of water boiling, right?
Okay.
So then I put 7.5 pounds of Jell-O powder in each bucket all around me, like you're going around a circle. Then you just dump a little boiling water in each one. Stir up each one, go around the whole thing. Don't stop. It's all in one motion. Then you come back with 4 handles of vodka, 1.75 liter bottles, and pour them into each container. Now
4 into each one? Okay.
Stir all around the whole circle. So that the whole process, the batch process took me about an hour. And then I got one bucket that I drilled a hole through, right? And then I put a tap on it, almost like a keg, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so then at the end of that, I have a nozzle. So then I fill up. I'm ready to say I have somebody put a bunch of cups on a table in front of me. I dump a little of this Jell solution into my tap bucket. I put the tap bucket on my shoulder, and then I start squirting the shots out into each cup. Understand so far?
All right.
So listen, then we snap the lids behind me.
Yeah.
Then I do when I'm done that whole layer on the table, I put another layer of cups on top of that cup and go over again. So we're doing like 5 layers of Jell shots.
Oh my God.
Understand?
Yeah, totally. And then you got to refrigerate that.
Listen, here's the secret, ready? So now I just push them into the cooler, right? And then all you do is dump ice in the cooler, and that becomes Jell-O. No fridge.
Wow, okay. Just ice gets it done.
Into the cooler. Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right.
Picture this, ready?
Yeah.
Quick. So say I want to work out, say I have 6 coolers and I'm at a festival. I can have the ice in the coolers, and I only work out of one cooler. When the next one is when that one's empty, I open the next one. So you can literally keep the same ice. Once you start opening that cooler, then they start to melt a little bit. But you just got to add ice. But basically, you don't need a fridge. Bottom line.
All right,
it's pretty cool.
Right, I need to ask this: with the powder, the booze, the cups that you have to use, all that stuff. What for a batch, for your standard batch? What does that set you back? How much does that cost you?
Let's say I look at things like a 5-gallon batch. A 5-gallon batch. If you use crappy vodka, it'll probably cost you like $100 bucks.
Wow,
it's not that
more.
I'm telling you, it's not that crazy against you. But the thing is, the way I'm rifling around, it's like it's still,
yeah,
they're going.
All right. What's a good bottom barrel dirtbag vodka to use?
We call it midget top shelf.
Midget top shelf. Midget top shelf.
That is. I've never heard of that brand.
So I don't use that anymore.
Okay. They aren't a dwarf top brand.
Bankers Club. I'm just trying to think. Whatever's that wine and spirits is cheap. Like charcoal filled is the cheapest one.
Yeah, you don't really know the brands of those. You just pick it up.
Well, but besides that, you're mixing it with Jell-O, so it's not like you're having vodka connoisseurs getting Jell-O shots.
Absolutely should be using the worst vodka ever for a
That's
Jell-O
part of the
shot.
charm of it. Absolutely.
You guys understand the whole thing about Pop Rocks on Jell-O shots? You guys never even understand this. The whole concept of Pop Rocks on Jell-O shots. If you let me come in there, I'll sprinkle Pop Rocks on the Jell-O shots, and you're gonna change your life.
Paul, do you know what our cardboard classic is?
Yeah, can I come?
Yes. I see you going down on a sled, standing on your board with people holding you up.
The one wheel.
I can't promise I'll stay for that.
Right.
Well, let's talk and let's see what can be arranged because
I want to shoot Jell-O shots at people when I'm sliding down a mountain. I mean, I'm cool with that.
Great.
We can get you. We have some pretty damn big parties throughout the year, so maybe we can add that. That was the key element we've been missing, Jell-O.
Hey,
listen, who's the girl who just talked on the phone? She saw me like at the parade for Eagles last time.
Yeah, Marissa.
I was shooting Jell-O shots. She saw me. And I go to the Eagles games too and shoot Jell-O shots to top my van.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to ask.
About having them out to events?
No. It was I can't remember.
Oh man.
I'm fascinated by this guy. I'm absolutely fascinated.
I mean, you
by
got
what
it.
do.
That is the kind of pluck that, I mean, look at it. The guy is working it all the time.
What I'll say is this though, listen, like you make money doing it too. Like originally that was the inspiration, but eventually I realized it's more important to like give this stuff out. Like it's worth its weight in gold to give out, because then eventually I'll get paid more down the road.
Right.
Don't worry about the money at a certain point. I'm still getting paid to go long, but like I feel like I do better work when I'm just tossing them out like crazy.
Right.
When I have to wait for you to pay for them, it's like, well. It's just
No, you're a
constant,
smart man.
So-
It's like, give them the first taste.
So Vice did this article on you in 2018. You had referenced it earlier, and I was skimming it, and that must have been pretty wild that they approached you. That you must have gone, wow. Well, you guys want to talk to me?
So that was cool. And then one of the guys that was doing the filming for some of that, he's actually been following me around for like a long time now. We're making a documentary, so it's to be done pretty soon.
Okay.
So about me hustling Jello shots at music festivals initially, and then eventually like going up, hanging out with bands eventually. And it starts in it starts out more like the bootleg thing,
right?
And it escalates into like crowd surfing. Eventually.
Let me ask you: are you aware of other people who are doing similar things to you at these events? Do you have friendships with other people? If so, if they're doing a similar thing
that are hustling,
not like weirdo. Like there's a lot of weirdos. People are more doing like art stuff. There's these like iconic people that like sell these certain tie-dye shirts that everyone's obsessed with or something.
Right.
We know the guy who goes around like the games and he plays that game with the three little caps and he puts the ball under it.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Who's that guy?
yeah.
That's an example of like a cool guy, weirdo. He sounds something weird,
Yeah.
But his doesn't cost that much money. Like he just travels. But his is awesome. I'm saying mine, it stinks because I have to pay a lot of money just to keep the idea rolling.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of weirdos out there. But I feel like I've been out there really. I've been hustling T-shirts and Jello shots since like.
Dude, I would. You've got the drive, man. You can hear it in your voice. You have a million different ideas, and kudos to you because you see. Listen, when you go out to an event and see somebody like you, and you're excited to go like to it says like Dave Matthews Band concerts and other stuff like that. You see somebody like you out there doing stuff like this, it just makes the experience that much more enjoyable. So you're actually bringing joy to people.
You're a colorful character.
Yes.
Listen, I'm trying to eat a whole bucket of Jello shots with Kelsey.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Well, Paul, while we have you on the phone, give out your Instagram handle so people can message you if they want.
I might be making Jello shirts too. You guys want to buy some shirts at some point?
I will buy a Jello shirt.
Yeah. Instagram, Jello Man Philly.
Easy.
Jello Man Philly Instagram.
Jello
I
Man
have
Philly.
TikTok. I do have TikTok. I don't really use it though. But I just kind of got it.
Hey, what's the next event that you have in your calendar right now?
Right now, I don't have anything. A lot of times these festivals, they swear like you send out emails, if they put feelers out, they don't say yes 100%.
Okay.
Someone like me.
All right.
Someone like me is like a weirdo they throw on. I'm not like a vendor. Like, I want this certain pizza guy every time. It's not like that.
How many times do you have to go into an event guerrilla style and just play the odds, and if you get thrown out, you get thrown out?
That's where it all began, and I've done it so many times. I'm sick of doing that. I don't really do it anymore.
Hey, do you need a special license to sell booze?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm saying back in the day, you're just younger, you just do it. Everybody. I mean, people were hustling Jello shots, T-shirts. Everybody bootleg shirt. I mean, it's what I was doing. But eventually I stopped doing that, and then it's more about like trying to be on the books.
Yeah. Well, you're getting you're getting sponsors. You're getting this kind of a exposure, and that should open up other doors. And we definitely have some events we can plug you into. And
I need help. I need help with that kind of stuff. Like, I'm so big doing it.
Paul, how old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Okay. Yeah. You need to do it legit.
Yes.
But I've been doing it seriously. Like since when did I start? When I probably sold my first Jello shot when I was 24. Because I got sick. I bought a house at a young age, and I was renting rooms out to college kids in Westchester. And I lived there, and I got inspired by just saving your money and making money. I was laying bricks and stuff, but really quickly I realized you don't have to do something annoying and boring because I was already you're making money. You're seeing your bank account raise a little bit. Like, wait, I could probably do something fun besides this. And my mind was open to something else besides laying bricks.
Well, dude, you're doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's clear you enjoy it, man.
All right, Paul. Making a name for yourself. Very cool video of you the other night by City Hall, slinging Jello shots all over the place for people.
Yeah, look at all my other videos. Anybody who's listening, I got all kind of crowd surfing videos like music festivals.
Okay.
Love it.
All right, Jello Man Philly is where you find him on Instagram. Awesome. All right, Paul, we'll be in touch. All right, bud?
I'm feeding you a Jello shot with Pop Rocks.
All right, done. All right, Paul Bile, guys. There he goes, Jello Man.
That's the guy who's driven, man.
All He's a professional weirdo.
Yeah.
As he called himself, weirdo, many times in that conversation. That's
a lot of work.
It's a really interesting family. Sam Vile, Kurt Vile, now Paul Vile, and they've just they've all found paths that you didn't even know that path existed.
Yeah. Sam, by the way, we spoke to a few weeks ago. He made an animated video of my pickles.
Yes.
Talking from Fishtown Pickle Project.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. And he's a comedian, right?
He's a comedian, a musician. Kurt Vile's a really successful musician,
Right.
and now Paul selling Jello shots.
He's the Jello man.
Yeah, but I mean, can you imagine him going down the hill at Cardboard Classic tossing
that'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Here comes the Jello man, everybody.
If we can get clearance, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure the crowd would love it.
All right. Well, anyhow, it was nice to talk to him.
Yeah.
Another colorful character in our wonderful city of Philadelphia who is making his way through life on his terms.
Jello terms.
Jello terms, that is.
Jello.
I would like. By the way, Casey's microphone doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yep.
So many people are so happy right now.
Yeah, here, try and speak into that.
What the F is going on?
In the middle of that conversation, it stopped working. I saw him tap. He kept coming over to my side of the mixing board here, and we're turning it off and on. It doesn't work. Are you sure it's assigned properly? Stop it.
It was working this morning.
Yeah, it was working this morning.
All right.
Yeah, I took this little thingy out.
Sorry, we'll have to tinker with it a bit as we take a break, so we'll see if we can figure that whole thing out. All right, I would like to give away a $25 gift card to Hard Rock Cafe Philadelphia. We'll take caller number 12 at 215-263-WMMR in addition to their 25th anniversary. And the big game next week, don't forget to reserve a table for Valentine's Day featuring New York strip and shrimp scampi. And an all-new cocktail flirtini.
Flirtini. Someone's getting laid.
At the exclusive speakeasy-style Valentine's event that's taking place. That's
all
pretty
very cool. I gotta get over there.
Reservations at hardrock.com. So 12th caller, we'll set you up. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just a second. Call now. We will be back in a moment. Hang in there.
Preston and Steve.
On 93.3 WMMR.
With his head
Planted squarely on her chest.
Steve, I'm going in.
All right, Preston going over. By the way, we've all tasted Bert Kreischer's sweat off of Kathy. Preston. Preston, clearly the paternal figure for Kathy here. Dancing, lovely. Saying goodbye to the young lady. Soon to welcome the adult woman. Kathy gyrating. It's beautiful, Preston. Well done.
So wonderful.
All right.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Mariachi Flores.
Hey, look at that. That is beautiful dancing right there. Look at that.
Kathy's-
This should be a music video for Julio. What's the guy's name?
Iglesias.
That's good. Way to go, guys. We should be on a game show.
Dan, that was good.
I was stepping on Kathy's quinceañera dress.
It's kind of impossible not to. It's huge.
I know.
Apparently, I did better than you, Nick.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Bert,
Guys.
you've got some moves.
Yeah, 1,700 steps in that one.
On your Fitbit?
On my Fitbit, I'm up there.
Yeah.
State song is Pennsylvania.
What's our state? What's our state list?
The state list.
Our song should be the Pennsylvania polka.
Well, maybe it is. I want to hear I want to hear it.
Marissa, do you mind looking up Pennsylvania state song and see if you can find the audio? The title is Pennsylvania.
I mean, I know what the Philadelphia city song is.
Pennsylvania, mighty you are. Keystone States near and far. The lightning bug lights our way. Pennsylvania. O'er the mountains and o'er the sea. We have the mountains, but we don't have the sea.
They put that in.
We're only an hour away from it.
But we're only an hour's away.
45 minutes if you drive
45
fast.
minutes. Yes, unless you get on the Garden State Parkway. Then you're going out an hour, but it's not our state. I'm wasting time. It's like I'm going to. I can't say that.
Are you sure that's the song?
I think it's close.
If not, it's in the ballpark.
Ballparks, we have them. Come
Yes.
here and see.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball for her, baseball for me. Concert venues, we got a few of those. Our women like to wear pantyhose. Pennsylvania, o'er the land and o'er the sea. We have the land, but we don't have the sea.
Oh, man.
That's a good song.
It's a work in progress.
I had heard yesterday that Chester was like the 5th largest city in the state of
Chester,
Pennsylvania.
the 5th largest city in Pennsylvania. Look at it from afar.
Well, wait a minute. So
So you go Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg.
Take a drive through Chester, but drive real fast. Make sure you don't run out of gas. Your car will be stripped and you'll be set on fire. Listen to the sound of the burning tires.
Good Lord.
Pennsylvania, o'er the land and o'er the sea. We've got the land and we don't have the sea.
Really,
Pennsylvania.
it writes itself.
It really does.
You know. Speaking of Jackson, you know what he's been doing a lot? He's been playing bread a lot lately. I kid you not. The 70s, he's had an obsession with bread lately.
Yeah, if you wanted to get laid in the early in the 70s.
What's that, Casey?
If a picture paints 1,000 words.
Do you mean the band or
No, just bread.
just bread? That's what I thought.
Sorry, I showed up for bread. It's a concert.
God, I love bread.
I do. You know what? I really want to try. I want to deep fry. I want to bread hamburgers and meatballs and deep fry them.
Here we go.
That's like bread.
Wait, what?
Deep fry cheeseburger. So
Oh
you
my-
just
Casey.
They've done it.
I know. That's why I want to do it. I'm not saying I invented it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have these inventions.
You're sorry?
Sounds like he just woke up out of a coma.
Give me a bread song.
If a picture
what's the name of that?
paints 1,000 Baby, I'ma want you.
Baby, I'ma want you is one.
Baby, I'ma need you.
But I don't know what the name of that picture. If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
another bread song.
I don't know the title of that. Do you know?
If a picture
I don't know.
can paint 1,000
Words.
dot dot dot. Why can't I dot dot dot?
Paint you.
You know what
Greg.
bread song I like is the theme to Sunbeam Bread. Do you guys remember that one? I like bread and butter. I like toast and jam. I like the taste of Sunbeam bread. It's my favorite brand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know that part of it.
I don't remember that.
No?
But it's. I like bread and butter. I like toast and jam.
It's a riff on a song.
What's that?
It's a riff on a pre-existing song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the other way around. I don't know.
I'll tell you what was a revelation as far as the instant messaging, the ability of the upgraded program to anticipate where you're going in a sentence and its ability to learn the way you converse is pretty amazing.
Have you ever now my son did this one time. It's kind of funny. Go on the texts as if you're going to send one to somebody. And then you start with, so the is the first available one. And you just start adding you just add whatever is next. And you get this insanely long sentence. So I have like the fact that you are so cute
Oh, you better send that to Matt.
and fun to play with me, and you can get it right away with my friends and family members to be able to that's T-O-O-O. Hold on, I want T-O.
No, you corrected it.
Be able to get the chance to win a free agent or kick. Which
kick.
Free kick from my house and the rest of the year before the end of the day.
Okay, that's.
Should I just end it there?
End it there and send it.
Let me read it to you.
What will he send back?
Send it to Matt.
Yes.
The fact that you were so cute and fun to play with me, and you can get it right away with my friends and family members to be able to get the chance to win a free kick from my house and the rest of the year before the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to send it to Matt. I'm sending it to Matt because that's the text that I had open.
wanna do one.
Because he had already sent one back to me and said, I said, hey, call the hotline. We want to hear your Vernon impression. He said, I can try and get him on the line. How about that? And then I said, the fact that you were so cute and fun to play with. I got to see what his response is. Because he and I send BS stuff back and forth anyway. So, but you can go through and have these bizarre, lengthy sentences from just whatever the iPhone will offer up to you.
People are doing it to us now on our text board.
What's that?
People are doing it to us now on our text board.
Okay, so here we go. I am not a fan, and I don't have to go out to be the same time as well be in a while. And then I was a good one for you to know that the government, too. Matt has called in.
Ah.
Matt O'Donnell. Hey, Matt.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, buddy?
Great. How are you?
Good. Hey, did you get that message I just sent you?
I got two, and I don't know if the second one was for me.
It was.
I was using, you know how on your text messaging, sometimes random words that it anticipates you will use come up, and I just did a string of those all together, and that's what I ended up with, so I sent that to you. So I wrote the fact that you were so cute and fun to play with me. Now, that part I meant.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone knows
But the
that.
rest of it was gibberish. Kathy, you had a shout out you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I just wanted to say hi, but whatever. I want to say hi to Chicken Bob at Citizens.
Chicken Bob. Chicken Bob.
Chicken Bob at Citizens Bank Park.
I thought you said Chicken Bob.
The world doesn't understand me. Two separate guys. Two guys, Chick and Bob. They worked at Citizens Bank Park in the suite that we were in last night.
Chicken Bob.
I went to the Phillies. I went to the Phillies game and met them, and I told them they could have their own radio show.
Yeah.
Chicken Bob.
Chicken Bob.
Chicken Bob.
I thought it was like one of the lesser characters from Roots.
I thought it was
Chicken
like
George,
that was
Chicken
Bob,
George.
just Chicken Zach, and Chicken Lulin.
I thought it was like the pistachio girl.
Yeah.
You know, like Chicken Bob, pistachio girl.
You want nuggets? You tell him Chicken Bob. He's the guy.
This is why I wanted to say hi to them, because I knew you'd do this.
Chicken Bob.
No, they.
Chicken
Bob! Nick, they ran the suite that we were in last night.
Oh, sweet, huh?
So, yeah, it was.
Oh, privilege.
And
Not everyone can talk to Chicken Bob.
That's exactly what everyone said when I tweeted out the picture from the suite. Not everybody goes to the Phillies games and sits in a suite. Privileged.
Chick and Bob.
Chick and Bob.
Next
Yeah.
time say Bob
Privilege.
and Chick.
Not everyone can know two people.
Ladies and gentlemen from 6 ABC, Mr. David Murphy is here.
That's the last bit of applause I'm going to get today. Today. I was in like something called Holy Moses with Dudley Moore.
Dude, wait a minute. That's one of Steve and I's favorite movies.
No way.
I swear to God.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the scene on the bus in the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a kid with big hair who stands up with a tree and says, I'm planting this tree. That was me.
All right.
In honor of my mother and father. Dude, I totally remember that.
Jesus Christ.
And wait, his name was Edgar.
I don't remember that. You remember more about this than me.
Because Dudley Moore goes, no way, Edgar. I remember that movie back and forth. That was you. I cannot believe that.
Preston, that's...
It very much has
Richard Pryor was in it. John Ritter.
It has a Mel Brooks type of feel
Very
to
much
it.
so.
James
Coco.
David.
And the guy who directed it was the guy who did those little short movies on Saturday Night Live with the Play-Doh guy.
Mr.
something.
Bill.
Yeah,
Mr. Bill.
I'm pretty sure that's where that guy's claim to
All right,
fame
Steve and I referenced the scene with Dom DeLuise and Dudley Moore. They're both wandering the desert and they bump into each other and they have this awkward. They haven't seen each other in a long time. So how you doing? Nothing's been going on. We love that movie.
Or the scene with Richard Pryor where he goes, the man was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right?
He split the Red Sea in half.
This is like, it's an out-of-body experience for me because that was how many years ago? And you were the first two people who have ever said anything
I have it.
about
I have
this
a
movie.
copy of it. Either a DVD or Blu-ray. And see if you can dig up that scene. It's Holy Moses, Dudley Moore, and Lorraine Newman.
Yes, Lorraine Newman from Saturday Night Live.
She was the female lead in that.
I have to say, I was not particularly good in that scene.
You were
but,
pretty damn good. I remember that scene. What else?
I interviewed for a lot of different
All
stuff,
right,
but loving couples.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
We found it.
That's you. Look at the hair. Yeah, that's me.
Oh my God! And Marissa has the audio. Here we go. All right, you ready?
I'm Arthur Burns from Miami Beach, Florida, and I've come to plant this fig tree in honor of my grandmother and grandfather.
Now there is a fine young man.
Arthur, not Edgar.
Arthur.
Arthur, I was close.
Nice.
So in the credits, you'll see Guy with Tree.
Guy with
It'll
Tree.
say me.
Wow, David, I'm blown away.
Yeah, I'm blown away that
Can
you
I
guys
get your
know
autograph?
that.
Junior.
Junior. What are you saying?
God, you know what I
I'm
hate?
saying Junior.
You know.
Okay.
Do you know what I can't stand about Sean Connery in
His
some
eat
movies?
talking.
Is when he eats.
Yeah, it was on last night. Did you see it?
No.
So he's sitting over a Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Sitting at the table.
I'll give our chances 1 in 3.
Yeah. By the way, this is good tapas. These hot pockets are very good. Russian hot pockets.
Yeah.
Hot pockets.
Yeah. Hot pockets.
When you want big meal without big deal, what do you do? Hot pockets. Yes, good. I burn the roof of my mouth. That's why I say Junior. Hurts to say Junior.
Do you have a flap of skin?
Yeah, it's hanging down like a flesh carpet.
Angelina Jolie is taking on a new role as a visiting professor at the prestigious London School of Economics.
That's where Mick Jagger went.
The actress and he was a student there?
Yeah, before he was in the Rolling Stones.
I don't like this. This is boring.
He wasn't a very good student.
What's his iron roll in this? I want to sing with Lisa Fisher.
I see, Mick sitting there with his hand raised, and teacher calls upon him.
Can I have the bathroom pass? Thought you had the answer, Mr. Jagger. I have to go pee-pee.
It's boring.
This is boring.
Lisa Thomas Laurie from 6ABC has retired. She's been there since 1978.
Casey, did you watch the 12 o'clock noon news on 6ABC, like especially during the summer and stuff?
No, but in my house, it was always, we had a little black and white TV in the kitchen, and that was on when we would eat dinner.
Yeah.
And then, like, Tic-Tac-Toe would come on.
With the Wink Martindale.
Tic-Tac-Toe, yeah.
But they would have the...
Wait. That's the theme song?
Yes.
Wasn't it like that?
To the news?
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was Jim Gardner sitting on.
I'm sorry we couldn't afford a musical package to intro the show.
But it was awesome.
Kath, I think since we have some things to give away, we should play a game.
A game?
Yeah, a little contest, if you would, please. We have our theme song for this?
Yes, up there.
Where is it? It's in here. Okay, I got it. All right, let me hang on.
There it is.
I think I'll play this. Loop, there it is. All right, that's the game we're going to play. Very, very simple. We have taken a song, a little tiny itty-bitty snip of it, maybe a second tops, and then looped it over and over and over and over. Can you identify just that little bit? You would think, just playing like Pierre used to do the Name That Noodle.
Yes.
It's like that times 10 because sometimes you could hear just that little clip and be able to catch it. But once it starts to repeat, it takes on this different form, and it can be kind of hard to identify it.
I do better at the Pierre noodles than I do with this because if you don't get it right out of the gate and it repeats, it will throw you off.
Yeah, your mind starts to go elsewhere, and it becomes its own thing.
And
so
I hate myself.
Let's see if you can identify the songs that we have. 215-263-WMMR. Case, we have a variety of things that we're going to give away this morning.
We do. There's a movie screening tonight for Knock at the Cabin, so we're going to give away the remaining passes for that. We also have, this is really cool, Steve. This might be right up your alley. There's Something Wrong with the Children on digital.
Yes.
That's the latest from Bloomhouse Productions.
Yes.
We do have cases of Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force IPA. We have just a couple of these passes, or not passes, but gift cards for Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
And then I think we might have some commemorative flip coins from our friends at Highland Mint.
That's correct. We had spoke to the head honcho over there yesterday about that, and these are is a replica of the actual coin that will be flipped at the beginning of the Super Bowl.
It's from the same series.
And so we have your chance to win that. They're $99 each.
Yes.
So no tiny little prize there, and it'll be
No.
a nice little keepsake from the season for you to have. So, all right, let's give it a shot. We haven't played this game in a little while. We're going to go to some callers and see if they can identify the songs. We're going to go to Garrett first of all. Hey, Garrett.
Hey, good morning.
All right, Garrett, we're going to play Loop. There it is. You know how this works?
I have a good idea.
All right, yeah, we'll play this small little snippet of a song that has been looped to repeat over and over and over again. You just identify the song. We'll take the title of the song, and you will win, okay?
All right.
All right, hang on. We're going to put you on hold because sometimes the phone line's a little bit better that way. So I'll put you on hold, and here is our first loop. All right, I know what this is, and there's no way I would have gotten this.
No way.
No way. This is a tough one.
Good luck.
All right. Garrett?
Yeah.
You have any idea what song that is?
That sounded like a washing machine.
You're right, it
did,
does.
yeah.
But it's not a song title. Sorry, buddy. All right, we'll try another call. We'll do, how do you want to do this? Why do we never play
three,
this?
and then somebody from the texting board.
Never plan this out ahead of time. All right, can we do that, Marissa? Okay, all right. Let me go to Nancy. Hi there, Nancy.
Good morning.
All right, Nancy, do you need to hear the loop again?
No, because I don't know.
I can't understand what you're saying. Say that again.
I don't know it.
You don't know it. All right, thank you, Nancy. All right, at least you gave it a good effort. We'll go to Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
All right, Chris, we're doing the loop. Do you need to hear it again?
Yeah, can I hear it again?
You got it. All right, listen closely to the very beginning of it. Putting them on hold. Here we go. I'll play about 10 seconds of it. There's somebody on the phone lines got it right, or on the texting text board got it right. Chris, any idea what song that is?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's so easy.
Oh, we came out of the gate swinging with it.
Yeah, this is well, hopefully it gets easier from here on in.
All right, Marissa's going to go to a texter who might have it right. Trying to contact them, by the way. So, when you text in, obviously your phone number shows up. So Marissa tries to reach out and get a hold of somebody and see if they want to try going on the air and answer it.
Yeah, so listen, if you are texting in the answer, what you think is the right answer, and you just magically get a phone call from a weird number, maybe answer it.
Probably going to be us. Actually, a number of people are getting it correct.
God bless him, man. No way. No way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
No way, no thing. All right, now we just got to wait and see if Marissa can get a hold of somebody, which sometimes takes time. And then you hear us uncomfortably rattling on.
Wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is when we're at our weakest.
I'm reading the text board. I still don't know which one it is because there's a few different guesses on here. And even reading the possible answers, I don't know what the answer is.
Press.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
I'm all right. How are you, man?
That's good.
Oh, your mic's
I'm
working.
happy your microphone's
Yes.
working.
Yeah, he got it all fixed and everything.
Yeah.
We did a swap out and everything has got us in his heaven.
Casey's mic was broken earlier.
It broke itself.
All right, we're going to go to Narek. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Karen, which is Narek backwards. Hi, Karen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Karen, do you know what song that is?
Yes, it's the Pinball Wizard.
It is Pinball Wizard. Who? You're correct. And this is it with the rest of the song added in. Here we go. It's where he goes pinball, ball, pinball.
Oh.
That's where it, yeah, it's the ball.
Oh, man.
Karen got it right. What are we going to give her?
We got you a case of Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force IPA. Fruit Force is a high-flying fruit punch IPA soaring at a 9.5% ABV with high drinkability and a refreshing punch flavor.
All right, let's try another one. Hopefully not quite as difficult as that, but you never know. And listen, I appreciate that Marissa is challenging people because she's the one that puts these together.
You don't grow if you're not challenged.
All right, we're going to go next to Mike. Hey, Mike. Morning.
Hi, Mike.
Good morning.
All right, Mike, loop there it is. You ready to play?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, listen closely. Here is our song. Oh, well done, Marissa.
Wow.
Anybody? You guys?
I got that one, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go back to the phones and see if Mike knows the answer to that. Mike, were you able to pick it out?
No, I could not.
Hi, Mike.
All right. Bye, Mike. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks anyway. All right. We'll go next to Rob. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome, Rob. Do you need to hear that again?
No, I heard it. I'm going to take a stab. Is it Smashing Pumpkins 1979?
Yes, it is. Absolutely correct. Job well done. But play that loop again, because
Okay.
Marissa had it as if
Perfect.
he's singing the same note over and over. That's a well done
I'd buy
one.
that song as its looped version.
What do we have for Rob?
All right, for Rob, we have There's Something Wrong with the Children on digital. It's the latest horror film from Blumhouse Productions. A group of friends suspect something supernatural is at play when the kids behave strangely after disappearing into the woods. It's available to buy or rent on digital right now. This film is not rated.
All right, let's do this one next case. We'll get a caller on the line, and we'll try it out. Loop, there it is the game. It's Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Awesome, Dave. All right, so we're going to throw a fresh one at you. You ready, buddy?
Sure, good.
All right, hang on the line, and here is our next one. All right.
I'm sucking big time today.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, no idea.
No idea, man. All right.
Would you have gotten it without seeing it?
I don't know, because I happen to know. I mean, I know what the answer is, but I don't know if I'd pick up on what that noise is. If I did, I'd know it in a heartbeat, but it's really kind of hidden in there. You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Well, let me get our
Yeah.
caller first. It's Justin. Hey, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your regular Saturday night thing, baby.
And just, Marissa, I don't have the answer for this one. I only have the loop, so if you want to send the answer.
All right, Justin, you want to hear that again?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right.
God.
Justin, do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
I could give you guys a hint, but I think I'll wait till our third caller before I do that. All right, let me go to Ryan next. Hey, Ryan.
Snarf, snarf.
Snarf to you, buddy. All right, Ryan, do you need to hear that?
No.
What is it?
I'm just going to take a guess. Is it German Baby Shark?
It is not
German Baby Shark.
No. What a great effort, but thank you. I will tell you this, okay? The beginning is vocals. That's someone's mouth making that noise.
Oh.
Play it again.
All right.
Don't know.
All right.
Don't know.
Nick thinks he has the right answer. That's not the right answer.
That's not the right answer.
No.
Okay.
But that's a good guess.
It is a really good guess.
Someone else going geeky.
Is it Fast Car by Tracy Chapman?
It is not. But I bet Joe can tell us. Joe, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Joe. What is it?
Dude, looks like a lady.
Yes!
Well done.
Nice. All right, Joe, we got something for you. Hang on here, man.
All right, Joe, this is what I'm going to do for you, man. I'm going to hook you up with a $25. I believe it's a $25.
Yes,
it
it is.
is Hard Rock Cafe gift card. Congratulations to you.
There you go. All right, here we go. And that's it.
There you go. All right, yeah.
Giggity.
All right, which one do you want next, Preston?
By the way, Hard Rock Hotel, or Hard Rock, I should say, Hard Rock Cafe has their 25 years celebrating right now. It's their anniversary. 1113 Market Street, right next to Reading Terminal Market. Celebrate 25 years, one of the most iconic rock and roll brands in our city. And you can go to hardrock.com, get your reservations. Valentine's Day coming up, the big
Very
games,
nice.
all this stuff. All right, new caller and a new loop. And we will go over to Dan to get this started. Hey, Dan.
I have a third testicle.
I like how you cleared your throat at the beginning.
Yes, you want to do it justice.
All right, so Dan, we're playing loop. There it is. We got a new one. You ready, bud?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Go
All
ahead.
right, hang on the line. We're having a tough time with these today. Let's see if you can get this one.
Sounds like a seizure.
All right, Dan, is that one coming to you?
Holy smokes. I'm going to go with, oh, God. I love you guys. This sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Dude, yeah, I know. It can be tough.
Golly. Yeah, that was tough, man.
All right. No guess?
Play just 2 seconds of it again.
All right, here we go. One more time. This is it. The hard part is when it starts repeating, so that's it. All right, Dan?
Okay, no.
You tried, man.
All right, thanks, Dan. Nick got it right. Yep, that's it. All right, we'll go to Heather. Hi there, Heather.
It's just that you look so nice today.
Oh, thank you. All right, you ready, Heather?
You don't even have to play it. I knew I would get it as soon as you said Nick knew it. It's Counting Crows, Mr. Jones.
You are correct.
Well done.
We'll set you up in a second with the prize, but here's the actual clip played in its entirety. Yeah. All right, what are we giving, Heather?
For you, Heather, we have There's Something Wrong with the Children on Digital. In the latest horror film from Blumhouse Productions, a group of friends suspect something is supernatural is at play when the kids behave strangely after disappearing into the woods. This is available to buy or rent on digital now. The film is not rated.
It's a good movie. I saw it, yes.
Nice.
And something is wrong.
I want to do this one.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm interested to hear this loop. All right, we'll go over to our next caller, and it just so happens to be Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir. All right, Jim, ready to play loop? There it is.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you hang on and listen closely because this is your loop. I think you ought to be able to get that one. All right, we'll go back to Jim. Jim, what song is that?
It's Yeah, Yeah, Yeah by the Yeah Yeahs.
No. By the Yeah Yeahs?
I do like the Yeah Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, bud. Incorrect. We'll go over to Adam. Hi, Adam.
Jose.
Jose!
Salute to our good friend. Adam, you want to hear that again?
I've been doing pretty terrible. Give it a shot, though.
Okay.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah, I'll hear it again.
All right, hang on a second. Here we go. Okay. Let me see. He's on line 4. All right, Adam, name that song, please. Name that loop.
I got nothing.
I thought this one was doable. Thank you, Jose. One more call for this one. It's Brittany. Brittany.
Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, Britt. You want to hear that again?
Yes, please.
Okay. One moment. Now listen closely to just the very beginning of it and try to tune out the rest. Here we go. All right. Back to Britt. All right, Brittany, what is it?
All right, these have been pretty tough. I'm usually good at this game, but I kind of suck, but I'm going to take a guess.
Try it.
Is it Bad Reputation?
It is not. It is not Bad Reputation. I'm sorry, Brittany. But,
I don't know this one.
We appreciate you.
Oh, you
playing
ought to
along.
know this one.
All right, let me go to Stephanie. She knows Stephanie.
You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette.
That is correct.
Light on cue.
Nice work, Steph. Here's what we got for you.
Stephanie, you have a pair of passes to see Universal Pictures' highly anticipated new film from Philadelphia native M. Night Shyamalan. The movie is Knock at the Cabin, and the screening is tonight at 7 p.m. at the PFS East. The film hits theaters everywhere on February 3rd, but you can see it before everyone else.
Wow.
By the way, here's the song, the clip, a little more in its entirety. There it is. By the way, if anybody wants to get in touch with M. Night Shyamalan, tell him to give us a call sometime soon. That'd be great. He's got a new movie out. We're hosting the screening and all that. We would love to talk to him about Knock at the Cabin. We're a buddy, but we haven't been having a hard time contacting him. So Please tell them we love them and we want to talk to them.
Not only that, Servant. Final season.
I'm all caught up on it.
Yes.
Yep.
We have things to talk about.
And this is the final season, right? Okay. Let's do another caller. See if we can get a loop. There it is, winner. We'll go to Frank next. Hey, Frank. All right, Frank, we have a new one for you. You ready to play loop? There it is.
Yes, sir.
One moment. Here is the fresh one. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a stumper. If Frank gets it, I'll be very proud of him. All right, Frank.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that was his guess.
Is it,
I
oh,
feel
man?
like it sounds like Rolling Stones. I wanted to can't get no satisfaction.
No, I thank you for guessing,
Yes.
though. At least you
You're
gave
a
it a
brave
shot.
man.
But that's incorrect. And I will tell you, it's not the Rolling Stones. All right, there's a little clue for you right there. It's not the Rolling Stones.
That kind of narrows it down now.
I know, doesn't it? Matt?
Give it away.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
All right, we're playing loop. There it is. You want to hear that again?
Tough one. Yeah, please.
All right, 1 second. Here is the loop. No way in hell I would have gotten this.
I would like to pogo stick into Center City just listening to that loop.
Matt, all right, what do you think?
Oh, dude, he hung
up.
Oh, yeah, you forget it. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, we'll go to Erica and try her out on this same loop. Hi there, Erica.
Hi.
All right, Erica, I know.
She does not sound
It's
thrilled.
laughably difficult, but would you like to hear it again?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not?
Why? Now, what the hell? All right, here it is. Listen closely. Nick, pull up the text messages. I want to see if anybody's
Okay,
getting this
I have a
correct or
guess.
not. All right. Yeah. Some people are getting it right.
It's crazy.
Maybe Erica can get it. Erica?
I'm going to go Sweet Home Alabama.
Yes! Oh, my God.
Wow.
Nice work, Erica. Here's the clip in its entirety. Was it that part right there?
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do. Wow. Check out the big ears on Erica.
Well, you know what? The fact that she could pull that out of the, it's totally eluding me.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm stupid.
What we going to give her?
Well, we're going to give you a $25 gift card for a Hard Rock Cafe. They are celebrating 25 years in Philly. They're at 1113 Market Street. They're right next to Reading Terminal, and you can celebrate 25 years with one of the most iconic rock and roll brands in our city. And check them out at hardrock.com. And by the way, that's where I was. I was at that Hard Rock when we were at Y100 when we found out that our main competition was changing formats.
Yes, I remember that.
You're
my
at that
guess.
Hard Rock? Hard Rock?
Yep.
Hard Rock?
Hard rack? Is it the hard rack over there?
You got a real hard
Yeah,
rack.
they got a real hard rack.
All right.
Must have been something very exciting.
Case, let's do one more at this one.
All right, I got you.
Last one for Loop. There it is. And who was next in line? I believe it was well, no, who's been on hold? Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian's been on hold the longest. Hi, Brian, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's see if this one's a gimme or not. I haven't heard it yet. You ready?
Sure.
All right, hold on. And here is our next loop. All right. What do you think, Brian?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop.
Damn, dude! Wow. Nailed it!
Whoa.
Hang on. This is how it sounds. Yeah, the very beginning.
That was way off.
That was impressive. Wow. All right, what do we got for Brian?
Brian, we got a case of Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force IPA. Fruit Force is a high-flying fruit punch IPA soaring at a 9.5% ABV with high drinkability and a refreshing punch flavor.
I thought it was German themed to Blossom.
No, it was not. And Brian got it right. That's our final winner. And that means it's time to wrap up. Loop, there it is. Thank you for playing. That was fun. I love that game.
It's incredibly difficult sometimes. Sometimes I get it, but man, people stepping up here.
Yep, most definitely.
Yeah,
Good
great
work.
job, Marissa.
All right. With that, we will take a break and come back in a second. And we have some bizarre file stories. They are on the way, so make sure you stay put. We'll be right back.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
It's right here.
Hold on.
You'll hear that part coming up.
You know what they use?
Good luck in retirement, Lisa
What
Thomas
was
Lawrence.
supposed to be a nice tribute to Lisa Thomas
This is a
Laurie.
nice tribute.
Well, she's going to get
Turned
a
into
21 salute.
Yeah, it turned into two grown men playing with their lips.
Well, listen, better that than women.
I want to talk about Lisa Thomas Laurie and her retirement, but I also want to see the stupidest sound that you can make with your mouth.
Oh my God.
All right, hang on a second. I gotta
say something nice about Lisa Thomas Laurie.
Lisa Thomas Laurie. She's like a second mother.
Okay.
Yeah. To me.
That's pretty thorough.
All right.
That's big.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
You faked it.
Yeah.
You got Kathy.
I haven't seen his face. It's so stupid. I'm not laughing.
All right, I'll do it again.
For someone who's given this an F, you seem to be enjoying.
I hope there was a camera on you at that.
Pretty good. There's so many stories we could talk about.
All right, can we? Can
All
we
at the same time?
All at the same time?
All right. 2, 3, 4.
I don't have a noise.
Try to make a noise.
Don't worry if it's not good enough.
All right, hang on.
This is all your idea anyway.
Kathy, you know what? If we could all maybe do the tic-tac-toe theme song together, you could be the...
No. It's got to be with the face. She slaps herself in the face.
Can you do Chewbacca?
No.
Try Chewbacca.
Is there not one sound you could do that's kind of goofy or fun?
Try it.
I'm not really all that fun.
Do a Harry Callis impression.
I can't do Chewbacca. Give me something else.
How about R2D2?
Yeah.
What is that?
He whistles.
He whistles? I can whistle. How about I whistle?
Okay, let's hear you whistle.
Do it.
Oh, no, I want to do it with everybody.
All right.
2, 3, 4. That's
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That'll be for
Lisa
sale
Thomas
on
Laurie, we love you.
the Rock Shop.
Hey, I want to go back to this thing that Mike Jarek brought up when we were on Fox. It was a list. It's from thrillist.com. And they made a list of the most angry American cities and ranked them. And it's clickbait type stuff, you know. I mean,
What they did is as with any of these lists, they make Philadelphia the worst, and then they go backwards.
Do you think we come out angry? I don't. I think that we allow ourselves to get angry because we have stupid ass lists like this.
You know what I'm doing? I'm looking through this list, and I'll explain this way. I'm looking at a lot of these. I have 11 cities on here, and I think that what we don't have in common with most of these cities is being kind of a trip destination.
Yes.
Philadelphia is not one that a lot of people think of. We should go to Philadelphia.
We've got the Delaware River and the Schuylkill.
You know, I mean,
and the Delaware River.
The city that loves you back. It was the campaign.
That loves you all over your back.
Yes.
And wiped it off.
That would work. The city that loves you all over your back.
Here's a towel.
Yeah, and here's a warm, wet towel.
And you guys just ruined it.
Just stay right here. We'll go get a towel.
Find another city that gets you a warm, wet towel.
Get your towel from another goddamn city.
Right.
We just love you all over your back. Now get out.
Yeah, I'm tired of you guys talking bad about the city. I'm out.
Ah, really?
See ya.
No, I think Philly's great. And actually, didn't Philly get voted like one of the top destinations to travel to in the world last year?
Yes, you know what? It did. There was another list that said Philadelphia's great.
Really? Philadelphia's great. I made a boom boom in my PJs.
I think we should come up with a T-shirt, right? It's a smiley face.
Right.
And the word Philadelphia is the smile, right? So then people associate the word
Happiness?
Philadelphia with happiness. What do you
I like
think?
it. I usually hate your ideas.
You like this one?
Yeah, like I kind of like it. I think we could do a T-shirt like that.
I like the city that loves you all over your back.
Well, that too.
That'll
keep
be
coming
written on the
back
back.
You know what the deal is? The mental image that the outsider gets is, I kid you not, like, rundown buildings and
Thanks, Rocky.
abandoned cars and stuff. You know what?
Yeah.
Steve, that's a big part of it.
Throwing fruit to you in the Italian district, right?
That's a big part of it. I mean, a lot
Sleeping
of
on a piss-stained mattress.
Hey, they do
Drinking
that in every
6
city.
eggs for breakfast. Having
smacking meat around.
Toothless Mickey running down the stairs.
But Preston, you love touching meat, right? Probably started with Rocky. Right?
Yeah. Yes, it was my entree into self-pleasure. I didn't even realize that.
No.
I don't know.
Wait, what do you want me to do with this meat? No, Rock, I meant to hit it. Oh, sorry, I was pleasuring myself. All right, I'm going back on the button.
I don't like the Angry Town because it's a lot like this. Preston, and Steve and everybody, if you've ever been in a fight with your spouse and like you haven't quite lost your crap yet, and that person then tells you to relax, and you're like, I'm not. Don't tell me to relax because I haven't even lost my stuff yet. You know what I mean? Like,
sort of.
You don't know? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
What I think is that it's time for therapy.
You calling me angry? I'm not angry. Now I'm angry. You made me angry.
Is there something you want to tell us?
I just think of it as kind of sad.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
sad
that's what
and
I was
angry.
saying. Like depressed, kind of for some reason, equals angry to me in my book. I don't know why.
All right, and then number 1 is Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Angriest city in America. But it's another list. Whatever, man.
F off.
Yeah. But I saw a few things. I know we did a junk drawer yesterday, but
really?
I don't know if I should notice these things.
Yeah.
Or...
Notice them.
Okay. I will notice these.
Preston Elliott, the noticer.
I mean, it's really the same thing.
Shut up.
Kathy Romano needs to shut her pie hole.
I was just playing the Bill character.
Then I retract that. That was spot on, Kathy Romano.
You're not speaking the right way, though.
Oh, that's right.
Look.
You threw me off.
It's kind of the same thing, Preston.
There you go.
Just
More
call
like
it something
it.
different.
Kudos, Kathy Romano.
Dude, Bill saw Kathy in the kitchen yesterday, and I was down the hall, and he just greased her with the voice. And it
I
was,
know.
He has no idea.
Well,
he has no idea.
He did it to me. Now listen, he doesn't speak like that all the time. No. But I was so Mondays and Wednesdays we have a meeting, okay? And a lot of times I'm the first person in the conference room for the meeting because I eat my lunch in there. So I'll go downstairs, I'll get my lunch, I go to the conference room about 5 minutes early, and I'll sit down and eat. So I'm eating, and Bill was the first one to come in besides me.
And how does he come in?
Well, he throws his stuff on the table first of all, like this.
Yeah.
He goes, Preston Elliott. And I go, hey, Bill, how you doing? Because I don't want to let him know when he's doing it because I want him to keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. He gets mad at us so like I did it to him last week, and he's like, "What? Can't you just say hi normal?" So, but it's so hard to because you know that's how he's going to greet you, so it's hard to not.
I love
Bill,
it.
Kathy,
hello?
he is. I'm trying to meter his reaction to the fact that now the privilege is a runaway.
It is.
The listeners do it. We
They
were
do
out
it.
at Keenan's. We had an entire
that's
room
awesome.
doing it. People with fake Bill Weston faces on. It was great.
I saw him last night at the Rodney Bird Leukemia and Lymphoma Society
Charity.
and he was like, "I heard you were making fun of me this morning," because he didn't hear it, but we were sort of making fun of the way he laughs at meetings sometimes.
Yes.
when
Yeah.
he slams his hands down,
Yeah.
and he wasn't aware that he does that. But it's not like he can even help it now that he is aware of it.
Well, the good thing is he has a very sick sense of humor, so he's right in line with what we're doing.
There's the other
his
delivery
reaction
too, which is I appreciate that you are giving up a free day on your weekend to come out and promote a charity event.
Yep.
That's the other.
And that's
Bill
sincere.
delivery.
It's all
And that's
sincere.
It is
Yeah.
sincere,
Yeah.
yes.
It's just the many voices of Bill Weston.
He's
Wild Bill.
Just he's the butt of jokes on 2 floors, by the way.
Because Bill is also the PD for WMGK.
And that's down on the third floor.
I was talking to Jen about it last night.
No.
Jen Posner,
But he's a great boss.
your symmetry with John DeBella is often very engaging.
It's awesome.
Well, no, but you know what? It's a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
While you're classic rock, MMR is technically more active rock.
I wonder who he's listening to now.
He's just switched over
He's
to
just
DeBella.
sent a resume over to OGL.
No, DeBella's to be done.
Is it to be done? What time is it?
double
It's
weekend.
9:13. It's Kate Upton's birthday. She's 24 years old today.
I just saw a picture. I follow Whitney Cummings on Instagram, and she's besties with Kate Upton.
Who's Whitney Cummings from?
The comedian.
Okay.
And she snapped a candid picture with Kate Upton. It looks pretty good without makeup.
Is she still dating the
Yes.
Verlander on the Tigers? Yeah.
Still dating him.
They had a sex tape.
They did. Well, it was stills that were pirated off her phone.
I saw video.
Did you see a video?
Yeah.
Send that video.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that video.
Sitting on a sex video with Kate Upton.
Yeah.
Video.
I don't even know who you are anymore, man. Remember the days when you used to send us porn regularly?
Yes.
Get out.
What did we do?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I love you guys.
All right.
Preston, we said yes to him years ago, but we can still rescind it.
Yes, we can. All right, we'll give him a week or so to make
all
good.
right, you are on thin ice, mister.
All right, so
Why'd you get fired?
This isn't a done deal yet.
There it is.
oh my God, is that it?
Yeah, I sent it to you guys. There you go.
That can't be it. No.
How do we know? That's just a Heine shot.
Lord, this is really graphic.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you this morning by Connecticut School of Broadcasting. This year, invest in yourself and your future at CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Broadcast media training in months, not years. Schedule your tour today. Visit gocsb.com. All right, we'll start with this story out of Scotland. Stunned locals could barely believe their eyes after a dog chewed through a front door in Fife. A photo of the dog popping its head through a hole went viral as the pet was captured watching passersby in the village of Kelty. The door of the property had been completely chewed through with a hole stretching the size of what would have been a mail slot. The dog also appeared to be trying to make a bigger hole in its mission to escape. It's hilarious.
That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
The pet was spotted with its head hanging out of the massive gap that it had made in the entryway, and with a front paw forced through the hole, too. It seemed as if the dog was ready for a breakout.
So, Preston, our neighbors years ago had a huge dog named Bear. On 4th of July evening during the fireworks, they were at a party. The dog did the same thing on their front door.
Man.
Chewed a hole through the door.
The image has shocked so many people on social media that some didn't even believe it was real. But in fact, many could testify that the dog's endeavors were legitimate, saying that they had actually passed the scene. Rhiannon Lowe, as a neighbor, said, I walked past it going to the nursery and was just sitting there with his tongue out looking around.
Hi.
Couldn't believe that it was real. But yeah,
this just happened.
He chewed his way through it. A woman told her 53-year-old father not to drink alcohol at home as she was concerned that he would get drunk and soil himself.
Well, yes, I would have to step in there and agree with her on that one.
So this is in Singapore, and please bear with me when I try to pronounce her name. When Kashivadarashini Karunanethi was woken up one morning by the sound of cans falling over in the living room, saw that her father had been drinking. She got angry, took a hammer, and hit him in the head with it repeatedly.
She's a caring daughter.
On Friday, the 28-year-old
It's a love hammer.
Pleaded guilty to one charge of voluntary harm, and the judge called for a mandatory treatment order suitability report after both the prosecution and the defense tendered psychiatric reports. The prosecutor said after she was woken up by the noise of falling cans around 6:30 a.m., she left her room and went into the living room. There she found her father, who had been drinking beer at night, asleep on the sofa. She also noticed a few cans of beer in the living room. At that time, her mother had left for work, and her sister was asleep in her own room. And the accused had previously told the victim not to drink alcohol at home, as that he might urinate on himself as he was intoxicated, and the accused of her mother would have to clean him up afterwards. She felt very angry and thought that she did not want her mother and sister to have to go through the same matter over and over again. So he
responds better to the hammer.
So she then went to the kitchen and took a hammer from a drawer. While her father was still sleeping, she swung the hammer and struck his head 3 or 4 times.
If I had a hammer.
The father awoke in pain from the blows with his head bleeding. When she noticed the extent of the bleeding, she called the police and said that she had smashed her father's head with a hammer. and that he was bleeding but conscious. After she was arrested, her father was taken to the emergency room where a doctor documented his injuries, including a 4-centimeter cut. A scan showed that he had a fracture in his skull and was admitted for observation.
She whacked away.
She will return to court April 5th for sentencing.
People using hammers a little too liberally when it comes to hitting people in the head.
Yes, the Pelosi
people?
footage. Did you see that
the Pelosi
stuff?
footage?
Oh my
I mean, he
God.
clocks them.
Horrible. A tweet posted on Sunday. Kathy, you'll love this, all right? A tweet posted on Sunday featured 4 photos of a 7-Eleven employee using a floor mop to clean out the inside of the microwave oven.
Oh, man.
I mean, he just takes it and shoves it inside there and starts swabbing it around.
Do you ever use our microwave? Because I clean it out with a toilet brush.
The tweet has accumulated 2.2 million views. The employee was working at an outlet in Kuala Lumpur and has since been suspended. Netzians were quick to respond with over 1,800 tweeted comments. Another Twitter user also identified that the employee had also worked at an MRT station. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's a mass transit, where he allegedly mopped the floor once and used the same mop to wipe the seats. MRT Corp since apologized and currently verifying with a particular station. On Monday, 7-Eleven issued an official statement apologizing for the employee's actions and has also updated the actions taken in response to the incident via tweets posted on Tuesday. They said, "We at 7-Eleven, Malaysia, would like to offer our sincerest apologies to the actions of one of our employees who failed to comply with our strict sanitation protocols. A brand new microwave oven has replaced the one that was being mopped by the employee while the store is undergoing a thorough cleaning and sanitation process as well."
Well, that's good to know.
Yes. Passengers on an Emirates flight bound for Auckland, New Zealand that left Dubai on Friday morning ended up landing back at the same airport that it took off from a little more than 13 hours later.
What?
Flight EK448 departed.
That's the return address.
At 10:30 a.m. local time, and the pilot turned around nearly halfway into the almost 9,000-mile journey, landing back in Dubai just after midnight on Saturday.
Sorry about the U-turn. I forgot my whoopee.
Apparently, Auckland Airport was forced to close at the start of the weekend due to severe flooding. The airport has
I'd
been...
still land.
There wasn't somewhere like closer?
That's what I was thinking, that they would divert them to, but
Said
no.
you went all the way back?
Turned them back. They were almost halfway there. Auckland Airport has been assessing the damage to our international terminal, they said, and unfortunately determined that no international flights can operate today. Emirates said in a statement, "We regret the inconvenience caused to customers.
We're so sorry."
Emirates will continue to monitor the situation in Auckland and issue updates when required. And then an opposite story to that is a man recently boarded a ghost flight, which is when you have an entire airplane all to yourself. And this one was on his way to Fiji.
Wow.
According to a now viral TikTok that was posted, Robbie Allen arrived at Sydney Airport in Australia, only to be greeted by a ghost town once he arrived at his gate. When Robbie got on and was advised that he was the only person on the plane, during the flight, the captain came over and sat next to him and had a little chat for a little while.
Who's flying the plane?
And throughout the flight, the staff kept dropping by to check in and offer him whatever he wanted. In other words,
wild, wouldn't it?
Alan-
I'd grab a football and play catch with the captain.
he lived his best life for the 4.5-hour journey.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool. All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file.
I was on a flight on a full commercial airliner where there were only 2 people.
That's pretty cool.
Other people than myself.
The most recent, the last...
It was a red eye.
3 times I've been on an airplane, they've been like about 2/3 of the way full. Lots of room. That's so rare. Almost every single flight I ever take is completely sold out.
I don't know where Marissa is, but I'm pretty sure when her and I went to spring training right as COVID was hitting, I'm pretty sure there was like 5 other people on the plane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There was no one. When we walked through the airport, we took pictures and video. We were the only people in the terminal.
Wow. The good old days.
What a wonderful experience.
Oh, thank God it's over.
Yeah. All right, here's what I'd like to do is we're taking a break. We have that screening of Knock at the Cabin tonight, and it will be at PFS East in the city. If you would like to go, 7 o'clock is when that is. I'll take 10 callers right now. Yeah, Bill, I said it.
Oh, 10.
It's desperate.
Son of a bitch. What did I tell him?
215-263 WMMR is the number.
I need you to stop talking.
All right, and take 10 callers. So call right now if you would like to go, and we will put you on the list for tonight. This movie's supposed to be fantastic. That's the answer.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back in just a second. Lesson, question, trash, music news are coming up when we return. Stay with us.
WMMR.
A foot away from the
I know.
from the actual action there, Kathy. It can be more graphic than that. All right, take it off. Take it off. Thank you.
Casey's mad.
It's making Kathy horny.
I'm looking for visual cues.
There are none.
So I can make sure that it's her.
It's actually her.
I'd
All right.
like to see something bounce.
You need to see you need to see a face, or they need to be holding the newspaper.
The newspaper.
I'd like to see something bounce.
Kathy.
This is really graphic. Just close your eyes.
You know what? I have to point out now, Casey and Marissa just did this commercial for the Mirror Dry.
Yes.
Procedure.
Aesthetics, yeah.
And
dry pits.
Yes, and I can attest. On Saturday night, we went to a wedding reception. Casey said to me ahead of time, before dinner was even served, he goes, Press, I'm going to get sweaty tonight. I'm going to dance my ass off. I'm going to be a silly fool, and I'm going to have a good time. He just decided ahead of time he was going to have a good time. I took a picture of him in the height of dancing, throwing his arms up in the air. This is like right before we left, too.
Yeah.
Dry pits.
And that's why I normally don't like to dance at weddings because, first of all, I don't like being dressed up in a suit. Secondly, if I'm going to be dressed up nice in a suit, I don't like to sweat. And if I dance, I sweat.
It was Beth Gardner's birthday, her wedding.
Which happened to coincide with her birthday.
Well, your birthday.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, it was, she used to be in our video department with Nick Murphy. And so we went, and I'm telling you, you want to have a good time, go to a wedding with Casey.
I agree. Yeah. I had more fun at the wedding because you were there.
Oh, there was a moment at the wedding where they announced that the ice cream bar was open.
Ooh, an ice cream bar.
By the way,
Casey immediately, ooh.
Yeah.
It's just, he comes back with a bowl full of ice cream, and Casey, they were playing a Backstreet Boys song, and apparently Beth and her now husband Tim were huge Backstreet Boys fans, and the whole wedding party is in on it. Casey does not set down his ice cream bowl, which has M&Ms and brownies and all kinds of stuff in it. Casey takes that ice cream bowl out onto the dance floor.
That's right.
And he is dancing, and he is eating his ice cream in that Casey way.
There's a woman who's just part of the
I videoed this
group there who just comes up and starts. You were working your wiles on her.
Yeah,
and
she came over. She just kind of was like magnetic. Casey was magnetic. She just worked her way over out of nowhere and started dancing with him. And then the next thing you know, Casey is feeding her ice cream from the spoon.
And she's like, first
while dancing.
The spoon goes out, and she's like, oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I put a peanut M&M on there as well. I don't just give away peanut M&Ms all willy-nilly, by the way.
That woman had some nice moves.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, some guy walked up a minute later, and he goes, that was my mom.
It was so hot when we first got there, and the cocktail reception was outside.
Yeah.
I went inside, and I just hung out in there where it was air conditioned. And slowly but surely, people started getting the idea, you're pretty smart here. Not only was I in the air conditioning, but all the hors d'oeuvres had to go past me first in order to go outside. So I got first
You were
dibs.
targeting them like a sniper.
Yeah.
It was a good party. We really, really enjoyed it. So thank you, Beth and Tim, and congratulations. iPhones, they're making Siri smarter.
Yeah, they just rolled out. Tim Cook did. I forget where. It must have been in New York or maybe wherever they had the rollout yesterday. I just was peripherally reading the article, but making Siri more responsive. But for general information and searches, Google understands you far better.
I agree. You turn me on to the Google app, and like I said, I mainly use it for addresses. I need the street address for Rita's Water Ice on in Havertown or wherever. Instead of just bringing up the generic website, which is what Siri does,
right?
It will bring up that address.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. You can get right to
Eagle
it.
Road and all that. in Havertown.
What's that?
Eagle Road in Havertown.
Is that where it is? Okay, he
Is that
knows.
where it is? It's on Eagle Road in Havertown?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I think that
we
needs a
should,
song.
we should have we should have an app called Casey.
Yeah.
Siri.
Casey,
Yeah.
hey
Siri.
Casey, where's the Rita's Water Ice in Havertown?
Well, Preston, it's on Eagle Road. It's just a couple of doors down from Mike Ibucci Formal Wear.
See how informative a Casey app would be.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, what?
Only really works in Delco, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, yeah, it would be Delco.
A
stuff.
Delco
That's
specific.
Fine.
Yeah.
You know what? In fact, call Casey right now with your questions, and we'll try and say, "Hey, Casey."
Hey, Casey, what's the trashiest part of Delco?
Oh,
damn, dude.
That would be the part where Kathy Romano is.
Yeah, that you left yourself wide open for that. Kathy wants to know where all the trashy people are hanging out.
Let me go to. Hi, Dave. How you doing?
I'm good.
You want to try out the new Casey system?
Casey, find Midgetville.
Wow, that's a tall order. No pun intended.
Midgetville is located on Chester Pike in Ridley Park.
I love the effect. Hang on a second. Let me go to John. Hey, John.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, Casey, what's the word?
I'm sorry, that is not a Delco question.
What is?
And today,
We're supposed to do traffic.
oh, Casey, I thought we were done with traffic.
No, we have one more.
You almost got waved off.
Wow.
Just throwing it in quietly. In case you
It's
guys wanna-
Kathy's bedroom voice.
It was actually
Anything
kind of
about it?
sexy, wasn't it? That was.
Ew.
I'm gonna take you upstairs.
And she's back.
And yes, exactly.
Take you upstairs and not do anything to you.
Ew.
I'm gonna take you upstairs and leave you fully clothed and go to sleep.
Not before I clean up a little bit.
I'm gonna lay down before you walk into the room. I'm gonna lay down a sort of a tarp to run. You can walk to the bed so you don't leave footprints in the carpet. And then gently Febreze your pillow.
Yeah.
All night long.
I'm going to take you upstairs to do nothing.
Take you upstairs and totally do nothing to you. Except chide you for not being clean enough.
Oh my God,
Oh
I'm
my
crying.
God! Ow! My side hurts. Oh. Okay. All right. Do the damn traffic then. There are more than 285 million people in the world who are blind or visually impaired, but not many porn websites cater to the blind.
How would a porn website cater to the blind?
I guess you just hear the audio.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because there on the videos there are audio tracks. So yeah, there you go. Fortunately, Pornhub has just created a new category of porn called described video. The female narrators fill in the details for visually impaired viewers.
We should have Kathy do that. Ew! Oh no! No way, Jose.
Thank God you're blind.
Oh my God. You are lucky you're blind. You can't see this, and I bet it smells. Oh, especially in there. Why the hand? What could that possibly do?
How could that even feel good?
Be pleasurable?
It's so stupid. It's just a hand.
It's just a hand. It's not the real thing.
God, you're never going to give it up, are you?
No, it's dumb. Never. I'm 37. I think it's stupid. I'm not
The
going to
mouth,
change.
you use that to eat and sing.
Eat and sing.
That's not, well, it's just not the, I don't get it.
Like,
why don't you just give in on the hand thing? It's a good thing.
Steve learned to love salmon, right? Steve came around on a new dish in his life, and it's
I rub salmon all over my junk.
And it's not for you to get enjoyment out of. It's for the other person.
No, I
so
know,
what if
and
you don't understand it or not? It is pleasurable.
Right. I understand that. I don't understand. I don't understand how. It's just a hand.
You don't need to. You don't need to. You
No, I
don't
know.
need
I
to.
get it.
prefer you left this conversation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bill doesn't like these.
Oh, he doesn't like
to just
that either?
suggest anything that's graphic or can be perceived as graphic.
It's just a hand.
Yeah, what's sexy
By the
about a
way,
hand?
I think they had some stuff running up on the screens here, and I think it was British. Have you noticed, Preston, that British porn
is on the rise
and has a better looking acting family or stable? I don't know. I've just noticed. A friend has
sometimes.
noticed.
Yeah.
A friend who surfs porn noticed this.
So anyhow, the female narrators fill
Steve's
in.
friend who surfs porn noticed this.
Female narrators fill in the details for visually impaired viewers, describing the setting, the actors, what positions they are in, and even their outfits.
Wow, oh, yeah, the outfits are so important.
But then again, also people aren't. Not all blind people are.
So this big black dude walks in,
Or blind
chick's
from
on the couch, like she gets all turned on, and he's got pizza, and then he bang.
Gets slightly more exciting after the description of what they're wearing.
She's got acne all over her body, and a fly keeps landing on her naked boob. She's got one slightly gray tooth. It appears as if she has some sort of moderate drug addiction. She's clearly doing this film to earn money to buy meth. Then a black guy comes to the door. The black guy you've seen in all of these.
You know him.
And he's got a pizza.
This is the amateur porn.
Yeah.
She's got a slightly gray tooth.
Clearly some sort of moderate drug addiction involved. And I'm guessing daddy issues.
Poo tooth.
A pronounced poo tooth. Like Jewel, but with a poo tooth.
Let me ask you this, Marissa. The narrator. All right, we have a few more things to give away before we are done for the day. I'll do some more movie passes in a little bit for the screening that we have at Knock at the Cabin. But I got something else to give away now. And we're going to test your knowledge of today's program because it's our lesson question of which we are doing. And we are going to give away tickets to the Impractical Jokers Drive Tour, which is going to be on Friday. Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. And tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. But we will give away a pair of tickets. I think it's a pair. Yeah, a pair of tickets. So question we're going to ask this morning is the Michael Jackson biopic will also be the next movie in which other Antoine Fuqua movie franchise, or Fuqua, sorry. The Michael Jackson biopic will also be the next movie in which other Antoine Fuqua movie franchise. If you heard it this morning, you know the answer, then you should call right now, and we'll see if you get it and get the prize. In the meantime, we're going to do the trash.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
We'll get some stories in the meantime. Steve, what's happening?
Well, Harrison Ford, who met and married his wife, actress Callista Flockhart, in 2010, says he believes there is a movie project they could both work on together. Ford says he knows it's out there and is doing his damnedest to avoid it.
Yeah. Hey!
36-year-old singer and actress Catherine McPhee say she and her husband, 78-year-old music producer David Foster, are attempting to conceive another child. McPhee says the great thing with the elderly Foster is that when he begins to climax, she has plenty of time to raid the refrigerator, return to bed, and get herself back into position before the baby batter leaves his penis.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. And finally, Pamela Anderson revealing that even though she was only married to mega producer John Peters for 12 days in 2020, he is leaving her $10 million in his will. When asked by a reporter why she believes Peters did that, she cleared some room in front of her and throwed it a mic stand. That's your Hollywood Trash.
All right, thank you, Steve. I think there's something wrong with our phone lines.
What's going on?
Well, either there's no phone calls. There's two people that have been on hold for a while, and
How could they have known the question?
I don't know. No, they were already there. They were already on hold, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Marissa's going to try and figure it out. We'll do the music news while we're waiting for that, if that's all good with you guys. So I'm going to move ahead, and it will be right here. No, it'll be right here.
Yeah. On 93.3 WMMR.
And then I hit the button again, guys.
Yeah.
Give me music news again, please, if you will.
Stop here. We're going to do this.
And move that over. I'll take it away from you.
All right, we're good? Yeah. All right, where's that coming up? 3? Yeah, here we go.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Yeah. All right, I got a few stories for you. We're going to start with this. Marilyn Manson has sued again for allegedly grooming and repeatedly sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl. And according to Page Six, the girl whose name is going by Jane Doe in the suit claimed that Manson invited her onto his tour bus and attacked her following a Dallas show in September 1995, and then threatened that if she told anyone, he would kill her and her family.
So he recently was it settled? He settled with somebody?
Yeah, he settled with that's actress from Game of Thrones.
He's got multiple allegations like this.
Jane Doe also alleged that within weeks, Manson began calling her and asking her to send explicit sexual photos of her and her friends to his fan club, Satan's Bake Sale. She claimed that Manson invited her to a December 1995 show in New Orleans, where the suit claims that he took her back to his tour bus and became more aggressive and, again, sexually assaulted her, including kissing, biting her breasts, and other more intense things. Doe has alleged that she became addicted to drugs and alcohol and was lured into Manson's dark world of drugs, alcohol, sex deviance, harassment, abuse, and assault.
Wow.
Then in 1999, when she was 19, she was invited on tour with Manson, where he continued to, quote, groom and sexually assault her for the next 4 weeks, adding that Manson often coerced plaintiff to have sex with him and other band members or his assistant at the same time. Manson controlled what plaintiff could do, who could touch plaintiff, and who he wanted plaintiff to be with sexually, all while providing plaintiff with drugs. The lawsuit also names Manson's labels, Interscope and Nothing Records, claiming they knew or should have known that Manson had a history of giving drugs to female fans, allowed backstage, onto the bus, hotel rooms, and sexually assaulting minors and women. The suit added that the labels knew the performer was inviting minors onto his bus after shows and were well aware of his obsession with sexual violence and childhood sexual assault. Wow.
That's heavy.
Manson's attorney, Howard King, said Brian Warner does not know this individual and has no recollection of ever having met her 28 years ago. He certainly was never intimate with her. She has been shopping her fabricated tale to tabloids and on podcasts for more than 2 years, he said. This person is seeking damages to be determined at trial and an order preventing Manson and his labels from exposing minors and vulnerable adults to sexual abuse and exploitation. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Although many fans have been clamoring for Foo Fighters to perform at the halftime during Super Bowl, all is not lost. Blabbermouth posted that Dave Grohl will be featured in a featured on Super Bowl Sunday in a new commercial for Crown Royal Canadian whiskey. Dave is a longtime fan of Crown Royal. I've seen him in person with a fresh bottle of Crown Royal opened. It was at Wells Fargo Center, and he was backstage getting ready to go on stage. He had a full bottle ready to go. He loves his Crown Royal. Sophie Kelly, who is the senior VP for Diageo, thank you. Crown Royal's parent company, said in a statement, Dave is a Crown Royal superfan, a perfect partner to spread a message of gratitude to the audience that is authentic to the brand. After seeking the work come to life, we have some great content that we'll be sharing over the next couple of weeks, including a decision to up our Super Bowl commitment to running a 60-second in-game.
The actor-singer Anthony Ramos does the current Crown Royal commercial.
Yeah.
Where he's walking to his neighborhood and he brings a bottle to his mother. They get hammered.
Correct.
And they set a hobo on fire.
Now, that part I didn't see, but I know he likes
he does.
Crown Royal.
At least that's what's depicted in that brutal commercial.
As far as his ongoing Meat-Free Monday vegetarian campaign, Paul McCartney has unearthed a collaboration between him and Jeff Beck from back in 1994. The music performed by the two legends was originally used the following year as part of McCartney's Ubu Jubu syndicated radio series. McCartney posted on the official MeatFreeMondays.com website a message about the clip saying, with the sad passing of Jeff Beck, a good friend of mine and a great guitar player, it reminded me of the time we worked together many years ago in a campaign for vegetarianism. It's great guitar playing because it's Jeff. And the clip features Beck's voiceover saying, highlights the damage caused by deforestation to create more land for cattle grazing, as well as some of the harmful knock-on effects from this. On top of the benefits to animals and personal health, there are also many environmental advantages to eating more plant-based meals, he had said. So I guess they were, I assume Jeff was
apparently that was the case.
So
he did own a steak restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of contradictory to his
he just wanted to get close to what is
message.
This? Jeff Beck's Steakhouse.
Yeah. It was on McCartney's.
McCartney started as a vegan, right?
Vegetarian.
How many years ago? I mean, it's been for decades.
In 1993, I got the opportunity to sit down and interview both him and Linda separately.
Right.
And at that time, and I have it at home, Linda gave me one of her cookbooks and signed it. I was just a nice autograph inside of it, and she told me to go veggie and stuff like that. So that was 93. To have a cookbook by then, they had to have been into it for a long time before that.
Yes.
So it was at least by then, which is what, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was when Heather Mills, her legs got blown off in the landmines, right?
That's when they first, way back then.
I remember him talking about being a vegetarian on The Simpsons because Lisa decided she wanted to be a vegetarian, and that was like mid-90s.
Yeah. So anyhow, this is all on the Ubu Jubu syndicated radio.
Ubu Jubu.
Ubu Jubu.
That was going to be the name of our show.
Up your butt, Ubu Jubu. All right. Now
we are not having luck here.
No, there are callers on the line. I don't see that.
Now we have no line.
Okay, now
we have
everything
a
disappeared.
pastoral image on the computer.
Texters
are getting There we go. All right. Now we got our callers. We're looking for an answer to the lesson question, and the Michael Jackson biopic will also be the next movie in which other Antoine Fuqua movie franchise, and it is Andrew that we'll go to. Hey there, Andrew. Gadzooks.
Well done.
He's combining Yoo-Hoo and Gadzooks.
I like that.
All right, so the Michael Jackson biopic will be the next movie in which other franchise, sir?
The Equalizer.
Equalizer. Yes. Hang on, Andrew. Going to give you tickets to go see the Impractical Jokers Drive Tour, presented by the Preston and Steve Show. It's Friday at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. You don't do your messed up.
I will have to do that.
It's one of my favorite things.
There was another song that I would do that you were Genie, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what that was.
Maybe take a walk down memory lane.
Yeah. That might be it. I don't know.
I will have to do that.
It's a classic rock song.
It's a cacophonous.
How does it go? Oh, yeah.
Yes,
it's from
that's
ELO.
it.
It's called Fire on High.
Fire on High.
Can we maybe get a little version of that?
Yeah.
All right, hang on a second.
Let's see if I have this. Hang on.
Is it under? If it's the actual.
Oh, you know what? It might be.
If it's the actual version of it, you don't want it because it starts off with this backwards vocal thing, But yeah, it was a ding 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 ding.
And I would solo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, he can't find it.
Damn it. Well, get it set, and I'll do it absolutely tomorrow.
All right, we'll do that. Tune in tomorrow morning for that exclusively on the Press.
Wake up, Grandma.
Tomorrow.
Come on, get out of bed.
Come on, Gum Gum.
Come on.
You got to hear this.
Don't hit me.
Here's a hammer. Can you hit Grandma with that, Steve, please? Thank you.
Yeah,
wake her ass up, please, if you would. All right.
Yeah, so it doesn't start. No, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
I got to edit it in a little bit.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yes.
All right, just saying.
Grandma.
Just saying.
All right, let's take a break. Let's take a break and come back and wrap this hairy bitch up.
Oh, my
We'll be
God.
right back. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Another video, and it was a lovely couple, and they were having breakfast.
We have a clip here, Preston.
We were pretty much allowed to go.
And you,
Six to
There was a
midnight.
lot of love in the family.
I don't know. I think of like a Danielle Steele novel where it's like, oh, he takes out her breast and it's very pretty. No,
Okay.
it's like he whips out her tea and starts.
Okay.
whatever, and it's,
okay.
So, yeah. So I
He's
think
a
it'll work.
tea drinker.
Okay. All right. Nice. Very nice.
Earl Grey.
Hang on a second. Let me. Earl Grey.
Earl Grey. Privilege. Not everyone can afford Earl of Grey.
I still like the idea of them being very honest with the appearance of
Right.
people in the porn films, and because if you get your lower budget stuff, they're not going to be real hot.
A man walks into the room with a slight hunchback. He's got a poo tooth. It's clear no one would make love to him until he unzips his pants. Then his large, sort of misshapen penis draws attention. You can clearly tell by the woman's face that there's some sort of odor associated with his private parts. But she'll continue anyway because she needs the $50 to buy Coke.
Oh, my.
Seems to be a director yelling at her off screen.
An odor.
A pronounced odor.
You can tell by the look on her face.
As her face draws closer to his privates, her eyes start to tear, as if she was cutting an onion.
Marissa found some more that we can play. She edited it, so I think she's edited up.
God bless her.
This is the graphic stuff. Yeah, here we go.
He gets on his knees to properly worship her and now pulls up her sheet to handle a sweet ass.
Sweet ass. Not everyone has a sweet ass.
I'm not going to play anymore.
That's it?
Well, he's trying to show.
He was just getting off.
Still on his knees and kissing her. There is a transition, and now she's on the table.
A transition.
They switch positions.
It's a jump cut.
They switch positions. Hang on.
While he's on his knees and eating like it was the best breakfast ever.
Oh, my God.
How was that, Kath?
The best breakfast ever.
Like sugar smacks. Or frosted mini wheats. It's at this point the smell hits her. Her knees buckle. She seems to cough a little bit. But in her mind, you can tell her yearning for cocaine drives her. Childhood memories begin to well up.
Okay, let me see here. I saw this. Let's see. It's a report from the Customer Satisfaction Index.
I read nothing but.
It's America's favorite fast food restaurants.
Okay.
Yep.
We get this all the time, and I'm perpetually amazed and interested in this stuff. So, is there a new champion? Is there a new lead, or is it a holdover from last year?
It's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
is America's favorite fast food
I love
restaurant.
Chick-fil-A.
I do too.
It's become kind of cool to love Chick-fil-A too. Like for a while there was, you know, Chipotle's like the cool place for fast Mexican.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A has sort of become a cool place for fast food.
Chipotle's been overtaken by Moe's.
Really?
I wonder if it's going to change then.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could shift back, you know, if they get far enough away from.
It's the best when you're at Chipotle and you're about to order, and then they bring the. I just.
Okay.
I'm choking on my own spit. This nicotine gum is the worst. I'm sorry, guys.
Quick, somebody play that sound that he hates.
Sorry about that. But when you're about to order, and then they bring out like the fresh rice and the fresh barbacoa, and sorry, guys.
I know, it's okay.
This is the most bizarre radio I've ever heard.
You need some water?
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Today, a major area broadcaster died on nicotine gum while attempting to describe how fun it is to eat at Moe's.
I was talking about Chipotle.
Chipotle. While attempting to describe the joy of eating at Chipotle, a local broadcaster choked to death on nicotine gum. Same old story.
All right. So
the
anyway,
initial report was Moe's, but they corrected
the
correction.
Correction. Earlier I said Moe's. It was Chipotle. The initial story of the choking on the nicotine gum spit still accurate.
Press, did you look behind me? See this box that Marissa just dumped out of all of in her control room? Did you see that? Did you know we had that many sex toys?
all
in here?
fetish and sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a picture of some of that stuff not long ago. I don't know if I saw that particular box, but we have a whole cabinet full of dildos and
Dog
such.
mask.
We have
Yes,
dog masks?
you've known about that.
Yeah, we put Joe in that one year. That's how old that is.
You know, this is a world, and we talked about this before, that this makes. I see no sexual connection to any of this equipment whatsoever, at least in my mind. But to other people, this is ringing the sexual dinner bell.
I'm sorry. What's that, Kathy? Yeah, you can wear this if you want.
It still, it still smells like cat.
You gonna put it on?
Come on, Steve.
No, Kat, just put it on.
Your face. What did you think I was meaning?
Did we expense
What is
that?
it?
It's a dog mask, but it's leather. You're gonna put it on. I love it.
Good God.
Wait, let me get my camera.
Again, how am I going to explain this in like 5 years?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that in 5 years. It's a long time from now.
Did they worry about the Nazis? And that turned out.
Yeah, exactly. We could be under a totalitarian regime by then.
What the hell is that?
Oh, those are spikes?
Put in a picture of this.
Wow. Why are the eyes covered? That's a useless dog.
This is
How do they fetch?
pretty snug on my giant head. Ow, it's pulling my hair.
Turn your head sideways.
You don't have it on right.
There you go. That's it.
You're supposed to have your top off.
There are buttons over the eye patches. You can take the eyes
You want me to do it?
I think I'm looking through the mouth, maybe.
You are.
You're like a bad S&M mascot.
No, I don't want to wear that ever.
Oprah Winfrey's empire is all over Greenleaf, a show that she stars in, executive produces, and runs on her television network. It's about otherworldly empire, the Black shut up.
Oh, what is it?
The Black Megachurch. I was going to say Megachurch. I thought it was some foreign name.
Like a creature. The Megachurch.
Yeah. It's capitalized. I'm like...
The Megachurch.
Casey's beet red. You get a cramp.
That sucks. Look at Casey. Now it's making me.
I love you're like, oh man. I can't even breathe through my nose.
The Megachurch.
We all experienced that at the exact same time.
Oh man. Oh, that was so great. I don't know if that's. I think it's better.
It's a Black Megachurch.
Is that better than Silversia? Is that good?
Silversia. Silversea.
Or nut rice.
Nut rice. Nutrice.
Or Miraclegro. Oh my gosh, it's so great.
That actually hurts, yeah.
One of my favorites, though, was when I was doing a Bizarre File story and I was saying the cough E.
That's right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was the C of E, the Church of England.
The C of E, yeah.
The cough E was capitalized. The on-set tension between Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy while making Mad Max Fury Road is no secret, but
it is.
Did it actually help the film?
I didn't even know this.
According to director George Miller, their less-than-friendly dynamic played well on screen for their characters. He recently told WSJ Magazine, "I'm not saying that they were seething right through, but the trajectory of the characters can't help but seep into their work. When they first meet each other, they're trying to kill each other. As the two characters come together out of necessity
ways to go before we'll be sailing off into the weekend, and you can make your plans now, but make sure that they do involve a jacket.
Yes.
It's going to be chilly this weekend. Our high on Saturday, a mere 28 degrees. So just letting you know about that. I would like to thank the Jello Man for giving us a call.
The Jello Man.
Yeah, that was.
We got the Jello
cool.
Man.
He was great, man.
The guy is just completely motivated. I mean, all of his different ventures and all the stuff he's putting together, and he's at like every event you go to, you probably see him.
Mm-hmm. And he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
So he kept calling himself
Yeah.
that, a weirdo over and over. But I love the colorful characters that exist in our city, and would like to get to know more of them and find more of them. You know, somebody's might be an interesting get. Feel free to let us know. We'll see if it's worth picking up the phone and getting him on for. But he was great. So yeah, and he was kind of. You should see the videos. By the way, his Instagram is Jello Man Philly, standing on top of a board on I assume that's Broad Street. Yeah, it looks like Avenue of the Arts, and they're hoisting him down the street as he's flinging hundreds of Jello shots into the crowd.
They could be our Suicide Squad with Gary Lauer.
Oh my God!
When they piece together our Suicide Squad.
Oh my God!
Is he in charge?
Yeah,
He might have to be.
He seems the most together.
He might have to be.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Listen, he's serving Jello shots with Pop Rocks, so
Yeah.
he's got to be in charge.
Come on, listen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Imagine Gary trying to get control.
No.
You're going to have to focus.
Thank you to Hard Rock Cafe for being here this morning. 25th anniversary in Philadelphia, 1113 Market Street. And they brought by a whole bunch of food for us and some great giveaways for you today. Make your reservations, hardrock.com, because they've got very cool Valentine's Day specials coming up. They have, obviously for the big game, that's going to be a fun one too.
That is a big game.
Yeah, if you want to get your, it is a very big game.
It's a very big game.
If you would like to get your tickets, go to hardrock.com. We need to do,
Sorry, real quick. I think we can make a contest out of Gary Lauer trying to like wrangle a group of people or give him a task that they need to complete, but there's got to be other people involved.
He has to
like a
run something.
Scavenger hunt or something. He has to be in charge and running it.
I want to see him run like a timeshare seminar.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was just in my head. I'm like, he's got to run something. He's got to
raise your hand if you love Florida.
Yeah. We haven't heard from him in a little while, have we?
I think
we
it's
did.
his,
Christmas
we did?
Miracle.
It's his birthday.
He's good.
Oh, Christmas Miracle, yes.
I think it's his birthday next week.
Should I see if the 3 testicles buttons works or if it is still a siren?
Yeah, go for it.
I had 3 testicles.
Yay!
He's back.
It works.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow, Gary Lauer's birthday. Wednesday.
God.
That's him blowing out the can.
Yeah. Make a wish.
Anybody want a piece?
What's this green icing on the cake?
Oh God.
Wrap it up, Preston.
Wednesday the 8th.
All right, we'll talk to him then.
Yeah, he either turns 59 or 69. I can't read my own writing.
He's not 69.
Really?
I just exercise and diet.
Well, then he turns 59 next Wednesday.
God, he's going to be almost 60 years old. And now
I had 3 testicles.
I'll hand it to Gary. He doesn't look like he's
No,
going to be 60.
that's that kind of living helps out.
Doesn't it? All
That's
right.
good for his age.
Yeah. All right. Letter of the day.
Yeah.
Kate's going to do it. Here we go. All right.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
The Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by The Letter.
E as in.
All right, we'll give away on Friday a $250 Hard Rock Cafe Philadelphia restaurant gift card and a $250 gift card for the Hard Rock Shop. Hard Rock Cafe Philadelphia is celebrating 25 rockin' years in the city of brotherly love, and you can stop by for giveaways through February 8th. Reserve your table today. I want to take this moment to... Wait, no, I'm not thinking of response. It's Sad Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
It's Sad Tuesday, so we got to give away our Preston and Steve Show themed tattoo. Our winner today is Steve Hampel of Glenolden, Pennsylvania. Steve, you got a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing, and Tattoos Day on the Preston and Steve Show is presented by Floating World Tattoo and Piercing, 1729 South Street in Philadelphia. You want to check out their artwork, visit floatingworldtattoos.com or check them out on Instagram at Floating World Tattoos. Now, I want to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by Dunkin'. Preston and Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also, Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and Manhattan Bagel. You gather, they cater Manhattan Bagel. Tomorrow on the program, Wednesday, Fox Good Day, Secret Text Word. We'll have some giveaways, and we're working on Francis Ellis from Barstool.
Ah, nice.
Okay, we'll see about that.
All
That's
right.
it. We are done. Rage on. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, gang. Bye-bye.